Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 37 of the TEW 2020 Pro Wrestling Noah series here on the channel. As it is the final tour of 2014, it is the Global League, and this will be the biggest Global League to date, as we are going to have a ginormous 12 person block for each blocks A and B, as this will be a ginormous episode with the added extra dates. Because, of course, last year was the first time we split it up to where we, instead of like everybody wrestling on the same night, we split up to where Block A's got the odd number of shows, and then Block B has the even number of shows. So to go from 10 to 12, I think is definitely necessary. And I think we have a great list of guys here, though. I think this is a hell of a tournament, and I think we're gonna have one of the better tournaments probably in the series for sure. And it's fun to go from the New Japan series we just did the New Japan Cup to where now we're doing a round robin tournament here in the Noah series. It's gonna be quite interesting. We see the graphics here. Block A is going to be Daisuke Sakamoto, Hiroki Goto, Tetsuya Nakajima, King Devitt, Kinsuke Sasaki, Kodabushi making his GHC Global League debut. I guess it's not even GHC, but it's Global League debut. Manabu Soya, Minoru Suzuki, Neimichi Marufuji, the GHC Heavyweight Champion Tetsuya Naito, Tomohiro Ishii, who had pinned Shingo Takagi in the sixth man of our previous show. So he will already, not even having to worry about a future title match because he's going to take on Shingo at a later date. But he can also maybe add another feather to the cap and beat Tetsuya Naito, and it could be someone that will have a very big potential 2015 and Yuji Hino to round up the Block A. As for Block B, the Kings of Wrestling, Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Hero, Go Shizaki, Katsuri Shibata, Kazuchika Okada, Kenta, Muhammad Yan, Shingo Takagi, the JHC Emerald Openweight Champion, Shuji Ishikawa, Takashi Tsuchiya, Takeshi Morishima, in Yuji Kobayashi. So we have both the Kings of Wrestling members involved. The GHC Emerald Openweight Champions in Block B. The Heavyweight Champion is in Block A. You have a couple of former winners as far as for this Global League in Block B, and Chris Hero and Takeshi Morishima and Takashi Tsuchiya. That was a finals at one point. Kenta's been in the finals at one point. A lot of we got a lot of former heavyweight champions and Chris Hero, Go Shiozaki, Katsuri Shibata, Kenta, and Takashi Tsuchiya, Takeshi Morishima. Like, that's a lot of great talent, and I think the talent pool for this, you try to get better and better each year, but this is really a stacked lineup. As we'll get rid of this and go on to our first night of shows here. And this is also going to be the first time that we're going to have 8 matches per show instead of 6, just to get an undercard in there. Just to, so that way guys can actually get booked throughout the month. So that should be fun. So I got some Budokan for this first night. But this is a hell of as far as to pick a main event, Tetsuya Naito and Kodabushi is probably it. Kodabushi, of course, former junior heavyweight great, and he's going to beat him, shockingly, making a big splash in this Global League, beating the heavyweight champion on the first night. And he's probably going to outperform him, too. So I think it's going to be the right decision. Co-main event's going to be Ishii and Nakajima. Tomohiro Ishii's going to beat Nakajima. That should be a pretty good match, though. And, man, that's, it gets interesting, because, like, Suzuki and Marufuji's fun, but also Kinsuke Yuji Hino's a fun match. Daisuke and King Devitt's a good match, too. There's a lot of great options. We're going to go with Daisuke and King Devitt, though. Daisuke's going to beat Devitt. And Marufuji and Suzuki, as Marufuji will be losing to Minoru Suzuki. So that's a huge win for Minoru. And then we'll go with Kinsuke and Yuji Hino. And Yuji Hino will be falling short to Kinsuke Sasaki, which that's a fun match, though. They're going to beat the shit out of each other. Speaking of another match that'd be fun, and they're going to beat the shit out of each other, Hiroki Goto against Manabu Soya. So So that is the first night of action, and I just want to make sure. So yeah, we'll definitely need like steal the show. Obviously, we're gonna do that with the undercard as well. But we also have a new debut in the Young Lion scene. Yo-Yo Nomura, our newest Young Lion signee. Been kind of waiting. He's been in the mod for I want to say March. Yeah, he's been there for about better half of the year, and I just kind of been waiting, buying my time, and think it's time for sure because he's a protege of Atsushi Aoki, so that's very very cool of him to be able, and that's who he's gonna face in his debut. I just feel like that'd be fun to see protege taking on Young Lion, just as far as protege and mentor. Makes a lot of sense to me, but that will open up the show. And the Steal the Show matchup. Let's have a tag match. As, let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of big names that did not make it to this, even with the added extra 4 guys. Saya Sanada not getting in there is interesting. As far as Sakuraba, that one half of the tag champs. Kento Miyahara not making it, which is very unfortunate because Kento Miyahara is the man. But that's just kind of the way she goes sometimes. But we'll have him and Keno team up. Keno even could very well have made it into the tournament, as they're going to take on the team of, let's see, if Walter not being in it, Takayama, of course, not in it either. Yeah, we'll go with, we'll just go with Takayama and Taichi, probably. Or even, a Takeo Mori Jun Akiyama matchup. That's not bad. That's not bad, as, Kento Miyahara is going to beat Takeo Mori. That'll be the first night in the books. So I just want to see how we're doing as far as, we'll probably be selling out Nippon Budokan with this show, one would assume. I think it's pretty close. Oh, yeah, it's going to be about 50 shy. That's tough, but that's okay. That is okay. But yeah, I mean, Nomura with a 28, I figured he would be, high 20s, low 30s. So that's pretty much on brand. 68 for Keno and Kento Miyahara against Takeo Mori and Jun Akiyama. Kento Miyahara with the blackout in 14:27. Tough break, for both those guys not making it, but it's the way she goes. Unfortunately, but an 84 here for Hiroki Goto and Manabu Uzoya, as Goto getting the win in 22 minutes. 77 for both guys. We're gonna give Goto the GTR. So I think it's finally time. But man, this is a match here in Kensuke Sasaki and Yuji Hino. Another match that has good chemistry. It's Kensuke with the King Buster over Yuji Hino. And, I mean, that was a tough one, because I thought about giving Yuji Hino the win, and he did outperform him. So it would have been worth it. Would have been worth it there. But the 79 here for Minoru Suzuki and Naomichi Marufuji, as Marufuji with the losing to Suzuki, as Suzuki getting the one with Asaka Hitoshi in 25-41, though. So, yeah, obviously upset win for Suzuki. 86 for our next matchup as Daisuke, Sakamoto, and King Devitt. Not enough selling shown here, but it still gets a pretty good rating as Daisuke with the Moonsault press over King Devitt in 25 minutes. 74 for Katsuhiko Nakajima and Tomohiro Ishii, as Ishii is getting the one with the Brainbuster, but Nakajima gets chronic shoulder pain. That's a tough injury to get on your first day of the tournament, because now he's going to deal with that for the rest of the tournament for sure, and yeah, that sucks. That's a big tough for Katsuhiko Nakajima. So, Ishii was the one who caused it. Wow. As Kodabushi beating Tetsuya Naito with the Golden Star Press, beating the heavyweight champion, and the first time Naito's lost, and probably, as far as like a singles matchup, probably the first time he's lost since his like LIJ start, so that's a huge win, just in that itself. But to be a guy who was a former junior champ, elect to move up to heavyweight, and you make the big splash by beating the heavyweight champion. That's great. But we increased our popularity of 56 regions with this show. That's insane. But yeah, just tough break about Nakajima. We might replace him with Kento Miyahara or Keno. That's something that we could definitely do with an injury. Pull him out, and yeah, I think that's probably what we're gonna do. To be honest, just that seems to make sense. But we'll give him a hug while we're thinking about it, as Katsuya Nakajima. And yeah, Kodabushi, what a win. You're the man. And Daisuke Sakamoto for his 90. Hell yeah. As on to day 2. Alright, as day 2, we have backstage incidents. Pac and Sakuraba. It's Pac was powerful versus Corey accused of making a mess backstage, not cleaning it up, annoying everyone else. So Judge Kazushi Sakuraba found him guilty and sentenced to clean up and then buy drinks for everyone after the show. It's in Wrestle Universe. There we go. So our last time here, we ran Budokan, and it was in 81. I think this will be a lot better of a show, but we probably won't be running Budokan again, obviously, since we just ran there. So I think we're going to go to Osaka, actually. As, trying to think as far as, because I think we could just run Osaka Castle Joe Hall. I think that's probably the best case scenario there. But, man, there's a lot of great matches, really those top 3 you just see there are tremendous. You have the Morishima Shibata match as well, which I believe they actually don't have great chemistry from what I remember about that. Maybe they do. I was thinking they don't, but see what if it brings it up. Yep, they do have poor chemistry, so we won't have that go on last. But that probably would have been going last in another timeline. But yeah, I mean, this Kenta Shingo match I think is a lot of fun. I think that should be the main. And Kento's going to beat Shingo. So, tough start for Shingo Takagi. Tough start for really LIJ. As, yeah, that's not fun. It's not a fun way to start. Then probably Hero and Shuji Ishikawa. This is a great match. And Chris Hero's going to beat Shuji Ishikawa. They have had one singles match in the past. It was Global League 2 years ago. And Hero won. It was in 82. Should be a little bit better here. And then Okada and Claudio, which Okada's going to beat Claudio, so that's a great start for Kazuchika Okada. Then probably we'll do the Morishima Shibata match here, which Morishima's beating Shibata, which is a huge win for Takeshi Morishima. Shibata a little upset by that. We'll keep him strong. Yeah, then probably Tsuji and Kobayashi, which this is a fun match. Tsuji's going to get the win now. They've had singles matches in the past, and so far they're split 1-1. Sujora beat them in the first Global League, and then 2013 Global League, Yuji Kobayashi beat them. So Sujora getting that win back. A bit of an upset there, which is weird to say, but I think from the ratings it's going to be that, and then Go's going to beat Muhammad Yan to kick off the show. But we'll go with a Young Lion tag match appearance to kick off the show. So Takashida and Endo will be taken on. Let's see here. What team we want to go with? Live Strong Die Hard's not a bad option. We have done that a good bit, but it hasn't been since May of 2014. So, but really doesn't matter who gets the win there. Just either way, Live Strong Die Hard will be getting the win. Then our Steal the Show matchup, which will probably be a 6-man. Let's go with Ishimori with Aoki and Suzuki. Now, this is tough because I think we're going to go with an LIJ team. So we're going to go with Rush, Sombra, and we'll go with Toge. So we're gonna have Ishimori beat Toge. Tough break for LIJ. So it looks like something is off with Shinichi and Hayabusa. So it looks like we'll just have to go down the line. There's Hayabusa, at least we'll get him. And Red Shoes could ref this one. Still not enough. Junakayama now. So that was, because we changed it to June, so I guess we'll go with Taue instead. Nailed it. Let's run the show. So, Live Strong Die Hard against Takashida and Endo. Yeah, Takashida and Endo, I think they're going to be a really good team, obviously. Takashida's already getting there, even in his young lion phase. He's already throwing in some good ratings. But Eddie Edwards and Roderick Strong with a great showing here as Eddie with the sick kick into the Die Hard driver in 947. 68 for Brave versus LIJ as Ishimori beating Atsushi Kotoge with the Hemocilio and 10:04. As Ishimori with the 75, 73 for Aoki, 67 for Katora Suzuki, 60 for Kotoge, 50 for Sombra, and then 45 for Roosh. 78 for Go Shiozaki Mabayan. It's the limit break for Go Shiozaki in 1957. Scott Sujor and Yuji Kobayashi get a 73 as the upset win for Sujora, but Yuji Kobayashi off his game. Not enough selling showed here. Modified Olympic Slam, though, for Sujora in 22-22. 78 for Morishima and Shibata. Obviously, the awkward bout, but and it was still too short. But I figured, given a little less time for this, would probably be for the best, but it still was a solid little match. I think if we would have gave it 20, I think it still would have been in the 80s. So that's just... But this is a 98, so this is incredible. It's Kazuchika Okada beating Claudio Castagnoli, the Rainmaker, in 29:05. Yeah, I mean, this would be an incredible match. It's, 98. Wow, 94 for Chris Hero and Shuji Ishikawa. Chris Hero with a death blow in 23:11. And our main event, which good luck topping everything we have just done, as Kenta beats Shingo with a Basaiku knee in 28:49. Great little match there, though. And, that's a... Yeah, Kazuchika Okada and Claudio, who would have thought that would have got a 98 first of all, but, I mean, I figured at least that match would be, like, in the 90s, but obviously once you had to follow all this, the King's Wrestling, it's just good luck, but, my God, what a show, and what a showing from all the top guys that we have seen on Block B, and they're making a huge statement there with that show, as we're going to give some love to just about everybody we can. Also Shibata as well, for just being like, hey, thanks for putting them over. Alright. As, the scheduling, usually we go back-to-back, with the first two nights, and then, we kind of break it up a little bit. Obviously, with a schedule like this, there's going to be 23 shows in total once we get done with this tour, which is insane. But we'll hopefully have a very good day 3, and we'll see the debut of Kento Miyahara in the block, replacing the injured Katsuhiko Nakajima, so how fun. Alrighty, as for this night, they got us in Yokohama, Japan. As Taguchi, right in the mood backstage of doing several funny cartoon drawings of some of his colleagues. As Gensuke passing on tips on microphone work to his protege, Kento Miyahara. Of course, wouldn't it be appropriate that Kento Miyahara is taking on Kensuke on this night as well? Got a lot of big time matches, Naito and Ishii, Marufuji and Goto. A lot of fun stuff. Daisuke and Manabu Soya. A couple of beefy boys. Gonna beat the shit out of each other there. As, we might go with the old Rainbow Hall. We were, because I think we were just there last year. Yeah. So that just makes sense. Might as well. It's a tough main event, but you gotta go with your heavyweight champion. And Naito's gonna beat Ishii there. Gets his first win after losing to Kodabushi in the tournament. Nice little bounce back match for him. Yeah, probably Marufuji and Goto. So Marufuji's going to beat him. Hopefully they have good chemistry. For some reason I was thinking they don't. Okay, they do. That works for me. But Marufuji's going to get the win there. Getting his first win in the tournament as well. Now this is where it's going to get interesting, because I think Kento Miyahara and Kensuke is probably the next one, which Kento Miyahara is going to beat Kensuke. So this would have been Nakajima beating Kensuke, which I think would have been a lot more of an impactful story, but it still works out here. Still works out. Still the protege beating the mentor. Then Ibushi and Suzuki, which Kodabushi will be beating Minoru Suzuki. What a hot start for that man. And Kodabushi getting the win over the GHC Heavyweight Champion and Minoru Suzuki the very next night. Now this is a hell of a match. And Daisuke Sasaki and Manabu Soya, or Daisuke Sakamoto, as just combined Kensuke Sasaki and Daisuke Sakamoto there. But Daisuke Sakamoto and Manabu Soya, yeah, they're a couple of beefy boys going to be slapping meat in that one. That should be fun. Probably no one's going to sell, but that's okay. And then Yuji Ino's going to beat King Devitt in a huge win. And that's Devitt's going to lose back-to-back as far as the first two nights. Tough start, but he's in a tough block, though, at the same time, in that same breath. But as far as we'll give Koji Wamato the opener spot. He's going to lose to Pack in 10 minutes. They have had one match together, and that was back in 2013. Then our Steal the Show match. Gonna go with a tag match of... Let's see here. Yeah, because, there's really... I was just thinking of, doing a heavyweight tag, but obviously there's not a lot of heavyweights that we have that aren't in the tournament. We'd have to go, for Masato Noe, or, in that vein of talent. That's probably what we're gonna have to do, to be honest. So yeah, let's go with the Rikio and Taguchi, and rather not Taguchi, Taniguchi, against the tandem. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with Masato Noe and Akira Taue. This match just fucking sucks. Yeah, this match is gonna just really bring the house down there. That's gonna be fun to do. I'm sure that's gonna get a 30. We'll run it and see how it goes. So it was 73 to start off the show, thanks to Pac's incredible rating of an 81 for a match against the Young Lion as he gets the win with the Black Arrow in 10:30. 44. I'm surprised he even got to a 44, thanks to Taniguchi's 50. As Takeshi Rikio tapping out Masato Noe, though. Yeah, Masato Noe is pretty bad. Getting the win in 10:04. It's an 83 for Yuji Hino and King Devitt, as they have great chemistry, so that's cool. Yuji Hino with a fucking bomb in 26-22, and also gets a 92 over King Devitt. What a performance from Yuji Hino. Manabu Soya and Daisuke Sakamoto. Daisuke beating Manabu Soya with the Moonsault Press in 24-23. It's an 81 for Kodabushi and Minoru Suzuki, as Kodabushi with the Golden Star Press in 24-12. It's an 81 there. Suzuki was off his game, and then Kensuke losing to Kento Miyahara's Blackout, even though, man, Kento Miyahara the 67 is not good. I don't know what happened from just inconsistency, I guess, and lack of selling, but Kensuke probably should have got the win there. But a huge upset, though, for Kento Miyahara beating his mentor. And then a 93 between Naomichi Marufuji and Hiroki Goto as the Tiger Flosion for Marufuji in 26-13. And 83 for Tetsuya Naito and Tomohiro Ishii as Naito with the Stardust Press in 28-02. Great performance there. As, Marufuji and Goto probably should have been the main, but felt like Naito had a great shot of being able to have a great main event. But in typical Tetsuya Naito fashion, it seems like he keeps on being overshadowed by everybody. But yeah, I mean, that's a hell of a performance from Marufuji and Goto. Had a great little match. Give love to both those guys. And, yeah, I mean, Daisuke again doing a really good job. Yuji with his 92. That was awesome as well. Just great stuff all around from that night. But it seems like Block B is definitely the stronger of the two nights, it seems like. Because if you throw a Kazuchika Okada or Claudio Castagnoli match on there, that card is, stacked beyond belief. And the fact that both the Kings of Wrestling are in the same block again, like they were last year, is going to be pretty exciting as we'll keep it going here with tonight 4. Shibata's contract came up, and I believe we are still in the lead to retain him, hopefully. Ooh, okay. Sometimes you just gotta double check. This 4th night, as far as we'll be 2 nights in for both blocks, we'll pick the venue here. As far as the motorboat, the boat race place, rather. As so yeah, Kenta Shibata's probably the main. I don't know. Chris Hero Morishima's a great match too. That's the thing. We got. I mean, these 3 matches in Kenta Shibata, Go and Okada, and Hero and Morishima. That's the main event, like anywhere. But Kenta Shibata should be the main. As Shibata's gonna beat Kenta. That's a huge win. For Kenta, or for Shibata rather. Just want because they have had a couple of big time matches in the past. As Kenta beat him last year at Navigation with Breeze, which was in '96. They had the draw, the Global League 2 years ago. Just before the 30-minute mark, of course, Shibata had a title defense against Kenta. That was at the anniversary show. That got an 83 there. But yeah, that's going to be great. But Hiro and Morishima, that's going to be a 30-minute time limit draw. They're going to go the distance. Morishima's has had the upper hand so far in singles matches between, as far as they had the Global League. It's crazy to think back in 2011 they had the Global League match, which then we had to redo that match again. So really, technically, they're tied 1-1 because this is not supposed to count because we had to just redo that again because of the tournament for some reason not starting off in the right, for some odd reason or another. I forget what happened, but we had to redo it again. So they're technically 1-1 in singles matches. So now they're going to be 1-1 and 1. But the first draw of the tournament as well. Go and Okada, what a match this would be. As Go is going to lose to Okada. Another big performance from Okada, surely, in that matchup. But then Claudio Castagnoli, Yuji Kobayashi, tough break for Claudio. He's had some tough matches so far. And Yuji Kobayashi is going to get the win here. They have had one singles match, and Claudio beat him during the Navigation of 3 show this year, 2014. So Yuji Kobayashi getting that win back. Then we're going to go with Ishikawa and Sugiura. Shuji's going to beat Sugiura. What a match that will be. Obviously not in this mod, though, unfortunately, because Sugiura stinks, unfortunately. But Shingo's going to beat Muhammad Yan, and that's going to be his first win of the tournament as well. As I just want to... So, yeah, Taue, Akiyama, and one of our referees. So we got a lot to change. Red Shoes, Gensuke. How'd that do? Just about everything was taken care of there, so we just gotta get Jun Akiyama. Yeah, okay, perfect. Sasuke. Okay, that fixed it. Perfect. I'm sure we'll have to redo that again here in a bit, but now we'll have a Naoya Nomura matchup. As this will be... Yeah, let's give Uncle June win. It's always a good shout. Okay, we're still good. So, steal the show match. Just think it's Speed Muscle. Yeah, I think it's Speed Muscle and Los Perros de Mal de Apon. which is a pretty good match, actually. Let's maybe make it a 6-man. Let's go Speed Muscle with Yoshitone. Go extra speed. We can just go ultra speed. And then Crazy and Ricky Marvin. This be a fun Dragon Gate style matchup. Except for Nozawa. And Nozawa really doesn't scream Dragon Gate style, which is funny because he's working there now. Him and Super Crazy. Now, if for some reason Ricky Marvin goes to Dragon Gate and they do Los Perros and he joins Los Perros de Mal de Apo, and I'm gonna be asking for some type of fee from the Dragon Gate office. I did it first. Gotta let me have something. Japanese Perez. But Masato Yoshino is going to get the win there. That's a fun match, though. Something's got to get changed. Yeah, it's Taue. We'll have that be Sasuke, and then... Yep, that did it. Perfect. Day 4. It's a 40 to kick off the show. It's Ishii and Nakajima getting the win with the submission in 10-17 over Moya. An 80, though, for the 6-man, thanks to Masato Yoshino and Naruki Doi. And even Nozawa, too. Nozawa, 74. It's actually really good stuff. It's Masato Yoshino getting the win with the Lightning Spiral over Ricky Marvin, 11:43. Very good match, though. And a 76 for Mamadyan and Shingo. It's Shingo with the last Falconry, 1943. Got the crowd hotter, somehow. 79 for Shuji Ishikawa and Takashida. It's the Splash Mountain for Shuji Ishikawa, 26:30. Great win for Shuji Ishikawa. 87 for Claudio Castagnoli and Yuji Kobayashi. Yuji Kobayashi with a brainbuster of Claudio. Could have went either way, obviously. It felt like a back and forth win between the two. Made sense there. Oh, that could have been bad, though. But another guy hurt. As an 89 for Go Shiozaki and Kazuchika Okada, as Okada with the Rainmaker in 28-27 over Go Shiozaki. Tough break for Go, but what a match. So, as Chris Hero and Takeshi Morishima gets a 90 for the time limit draw, both men getting a point each. Hell of a performance for both guys. Mainly Morishima outperformed him. It's a 94 for our main event. Katsura Shibata with the octopus hold. And with a PK. Gets the win over Kenta. Huge win for Shibata. And a great show. 92, we'll gladly take that. As, yeah, let's give some love to Shibata here. Let's give some love to Claudio for his performances. And Shuji Ishikawa as well for his performance against Takashi Tsujura. Thought about even maybe Speed Muscle as well. One of either Masato Yoshino or Naruki Doi, but this works out too. Everybody happy with the speech. Hell yeah. It's on to night 5 as we are rolling right on through this tournament. Oh, they got us back in Budokan. Interesting for day 5 as wow, 90 last time, and we were at the boat race place. So we've been increasing steadily because we're making a shit ton of money this tour. And with Wrestle Universe, we're now medium in the U.S. because I'm eyeing for a U.S.-style tour next year. And we're kind of slowly, I'm thinking just kind of like expanding slowly and surely. You know, like would like to run a one in the UK, like a navigation in the UK, a navigation Europe, you know, kind of redo what they were doing with WXW, stuff like that. Just kind of thinking ahead. Wow, a lot of shit going on here. A lot of, Daisuke Sakamoto passing on tips of microphone work to Yuji Kobayashi, and then Sakuraba passing on psychology to Takashida and to Tetsuya, and then Kensuke passing on microphone work to Kento Miyahara. As, I believe, yeah, we'll have to change that to obviously Kento Miyahara. It's the one thing I forgot to do, but as far as this venue, don't think we'll be running Budokan now. Believe we'll be running the Sapporo Ice Arena. So we'll go ahead and change that now. But Kento Miyahara will be losing to King Devitt, and that's going to be Devitt's first win of the tournament. we'll save that, I guess, for when we actually do the main, which will be Naito and Kensuke. And Kensuke Sasaki will be beating Tetsuya Naito, obviously avenging that loss that he had to Tetsuya Naito back in that Navigation with Breeze show. Kensuke still eyeing that GHC as far as getting a second run with the GHC heavyweight title. So Naito was about to complain about it, but had a change of heart after noticing the intimidating sight of Dad Kensuke cracking his knuckles and glaring. Hell yeah. Kazuka Vegeta, eat your heart out. no, Kensuke deserves it. You kidding? He's the man. As Hiroki Goto, Kodabushi, I love this match. Should it probably be the co-main? Maybe not over Daisuke and Yuji, actually. Yeah, probably not, now I'm thinking about it. But Goto's going to get the win. I did forget to make him have the GTR, but we'll give it to him here. But Daisuke versus Yuji Hino, as far as Strongway Japan, Muscle Bombers, two beefy boys beating the shit out of each other. And Daisuke's going to beat Yuji Hino, but this could have went either way. And that's a great start for Daisuke Sakamoto, though, so far. He's won 3 straight in the tournament, so that's a hell of a start for him. And then we'll go with the Devitt Miyahara match, actually. I got a lot of faith in this. Devitt's going to get the win, though. That's his first win in the tournament. Manabu Soya and Naomichi Marufuji, as Marufuji getting a win over an LIJ guy. You'll love to see that. They have not had singles matches between the two, so that's a first-time matchup. And then Minoru Suzuki and Tomohiro Ishii, another first-time singles meeting, as Ishii will be getting the win over Minoru Suzuki. Yeah, pretty good, I think, a night there, as we'll take a look and see what we need to change. Shinichi Naga, as we'll let that be that ref. Oh, that didn't... Shinichi's still doing a little too much. Guess we'll just go on down the line. That's Shinichi Nakayama. There he is. Red shoes. But while we're thinking here, go ahead. Add the GTR. I'm assuming it's not going to be... Yeah. Let's see. Because I want to say it's yeah, because it's just an impact move. It's not anything crazy. I want to say it's the abbreviation and not just a GTR. We'll get it rolling here now. As let's see what I think we're gonna go with the Takashida singles match for the it might just be a regular now GTR. Now I'm thinking about it. It's not with the abbreviation. Yeah, because it's the Goto Revolution. That's what his name at one point, but yeah, it is just damn. We'll change that. Back, but just had to think on it a little bit more. It's like, yeah, that is just. But we'll have Sonata and Takashida, just because what a unique little match this would be. Sonata getting the win. So we gotta go back to hopefully fix this as far as with Roki Goto. Wish you could just edit the name of the move right there, but we'll have to just redo it again. GTO. Nice. Steal the show match. Now, as for... Yeah, I mean, Kushida, Taguchi, Momonosushin tag match, I think that makes a lot of sense to do. Obviously, Kushida winning the Junior League is going to be taking on Daisuke Harada at our final show of the year, so just feel like this is a good opportunity to give him a win and have them face off, as he's going to beat Kotoge. Is it is Shinichi again? Yeah, or yeah, Shuji getting the give it to Kaigo. There we go. Perfect. So 66 for Taya Sanada and Konosuke Takashida. Sanada with the moonsault press. 10-12. And then 71 for Kushida and Taguchi against Momono Session Tag is Kushida with a step of Enziguri. 78 for Kushida. A little too short. Interesting. But they got the crowd buzzing. 79 for Minoru Suzuki and Tomohiro Ishii. At least it's a strained and just, it's not a broken wrist, but it's a tough break, though, for Tomohiro Ishii. So he gets the one to lariat, though, in 22-34. So 91 for Naomichi Marufuji and Manabu Soya. I mean, again, they have good chemistry, so that's awesome. But, I mean, just Marufuji's run has been incredible. As he gets the one to pole shift in 23-44. He's won that GHC heavyweight title again. He wants to be a 3-time champ. But they don't click, though. And King Devitt and Kenta Miyahara, that's what I get for having too much faith in it. As Devitt with the Bloody Sunday in 27 minutes. 92 for Hiroki Goto and Kodabushi. Now, this is awesome performance from Kodabushi. But Hiroki Goto getting the win, though, in 25-28. Kodabushi with the 92s out of this world, though. That's great. 85 for Daisuke and Yuji Hino. As Daisuke with the moonsault press. Yuji Hino probably could have got the win there. Could have went that way. But 27-16 for Daisuke Sakamoto and Yuji Hino. And 82 for Tetsuya Naito and Gensuke Sasaki. Tetsuya Naito just is bound and determined to have a show where he's going to get outperformed. And he does it here, you know. It's just unreal. Unreal. But Kodabushi, for sure, getting some love. Marufuji again. And let's go with Yuji Hino again, since he's been incredible. But we'll take a look at those standings for both blocks A and B, of course, after 4 shows. So it'll be after days 7 and 8 for each respective block. So that's fun. We're almost there as far as for that. But on to the next night we go. Alright, day 6. I got us again in Budokan. But we'll be changing that to Kyushu. Yeah, we'll run there. Works for me. Oh, we got some backstage incidents. Didn't even realize it. It's Kenny Omega. Brighten the mood backstage after just being so cheerful and fun to be around. And Shuji Shikawa's powerful wrestlers court accused of moaning about stuff all the time, just bumming else out. That's highly unlike Shuji Shikawa. Again, as the judge Kazushi Sakuraba found him guilty incidents to shut up or cheer up and to buy drinks or run up to the show. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. But, yeah, we'll, I mean, we got a hell of a night there. Chris Hero and Kenta, that's a banger. Claudio and Ishikawa, that's a banger. Go and Shingo's great. There's a lot of great matches. But, yeah, Kenta and Hero's probably the main on this show, and Hero's going to beat him. They've had, as far as 2 singles matches, and they've, of course, split them both, as Hero won at the Masao Memorial Show in 2012, and then in 2013 they had the Global League match last year, which got an 89. Hero getting his win back from last year, and yeah, it's going to be a nice little match. I really love this Go-Shingo match, and we're going to have it be the co-main. As Go's going to beat Shingo, too, so poor Shingo, losing again, but Go's going to get a GHC Emerald Openweight title match with that win. So that's huge for Go Shiozaki. Claudio Castagnoli, Shuji Shikawa. Going to beat Claudio. It's a great win for Shuji. And, yeah, I mean, this Okada-Yuji Kobayashi match is another great match. So Okada's going to get another win over Yuji Kobayashi. Could have gave that probably a little bit more time, but that's okay. Then Shibata's going to beat Muhammad Yan. Which Muhammad Yan, he's in just a murderer's row block, and he's going to get probably killed more times than not. But Takashi Tsujiura is going to upset Morishima. And these two, I mean, they had quite the pairing. You know, of course, had the Global League Finals, our first one, Morishima and Tsujiura. And then Morishima beat him last year in the Global League. So they have this match again. And Tsujiura getting his first win over Morishima in his entire career, which Hayabusa's being badly overbooked for these road agenting as far as task at hand, as far as getting way overbooked. We'll give that to Taue. And wow, he must have just had one after another after another. So, go with Jun Akiyama. Feel like I'm trying to spread out the best I can. Okay, now we're good. So, I think another appearance. We might even go with a 6-man, actually, in this case. As we'll have Naoya with Takashida Dendel. As he'll be taking on the team of Yoshitone, Sasuke, and Minoru Tanaka. Sure. As we'll give the win to the great Sasuke. Does not matter who takes the fall in that matchup, but I'm hoping it's going to be Nomura. See what we got here. You know, we'll go with the singles match. We'll go with the singles, and we'll have the old classic of Masanoe and Walter. Yeah, they've because we haven't done that since August. And who needs to have an actual good steal of the show match? When you have a card like this, you can kind of get away with it. And of course, Hayabusa. Poor Hayabusa. You also get, oh, I was about to say. So something must be up. Yeah, red shoes and Taue. We'll change that, and we'll change that. Perfect. And it's day 6. Minoru Tanaka, the great Sasuke, and Yoshitone beating Naoya Nomura, Konosuke Takashida, and Tetsuya Endo as Sasuke with the Thunderfire Powerbomb. 63s for Minoru Tanaka and Yoshitone, 50 for Takashida, 54 for Sasuke. Nomura's at least in the 30s already, so that's a good start. 52 for Walter and Masanoe, as Walter again, the Gotcha Bomb, in 10:01. 70 for Morishima and Sujiura. They have great chemistry whenever they have matches, I remember that, so I figured it'd at least still be a pretty good match, but Morishima being off his game hurt it a little bit, but huge win, though, for Takashi Sujiura, getting another big win. You know, he's gotten a couple, pulled off some big upsets, as Shibata beating Mamayama with the PK kick in 2030, so that got an 80, and 85 for Okada and Yuji Kobayashi. Kazuchika Okada really pulling off some great matches. No surprise, really, as they got the crowd hotter, as well as a 90, though, for Shuji Ishikawa and Claudio Castagnoli. This be another match. Like, Claudio just matches up so well with so many great Japanese press guys, just because he's so strong, and he's so versatile, and he can do so many great things, and he can bring, like, some heavy strikes. He's just kind of the perfect kind of foreign talent, which is weird, because he's never really had, like, that much great success, like, getting booked by, like, Noah. Really, that was kind of the only, like, Japanese press company that would book him pretty standardly, but, like, he would have been tremendous against a lot of great guys. But really, like, man, if they would have even threw him in as, like Dragon Gate USA days, which he would have been probably around the time Dragon Gate USA was really getting going. He was signed by that point, but he would have been even just a guy to have, like, as a tremendous base. It could have, like, great matches with some guys. Like, a Claudio Shingo match would be pretty electric from that time period. And even now, of course, but Go Shizaki's going to beat Shingo here with the Go Flasher in 2809. Great win for Go. Tough break for Shingo. Speaking of Shingo, taking a loss there, but a 90 for Chris Hero and Kenta. Hero with the death blow in 2746. They don't sell again, but that's okay. It's still a good main event. And yeah, I mean, shout out Ishikawa and Claudio and Hero and Kenta. Again, the Kings of Wrestling. It's the Kings of Wrestling show. But yeah, we're going to give some love to Hero. Give some love to Shuji Ishikawa again. And give some love to Sujora. Try to get him on the right path after a couple of big wins. See if maybe that's it. Yeah, on to our next night. Alrighty, day 7. As this will be the 4th night for Block A. And so far, we have seen some good stuff, but I think still they just have not caught up to Block B, and maybe that might change in the future, who knows. But again, another Wrestle Universe broadcasted show, obviously. Naruki Doi lifted the locker room after he organized and won a video game tournament. Haruki Goto provided creative free drinks for everyone. Way to go, Goto. And then Claudio was brought for Wrestler's Court. Accused of failing to pick up his share of the tab at the bar as the judge, Kazushi Sakuraba, found him guilty and sentenced by drinks brought after the show. As, man, it's crazy. We could probably run Budokan now again, and it'd definitely sell out with 16,000 on hand. Yeah, I think that's probably our best bet. Back to Budokan we go. Well, it's still gonna be about not like 80 people shy of a sellout. That's funny. And that is some high level comedy. So Devitt and Naito, that's a fun match. Ishii and Goto though is I think that should be the main, and that's gonna be a draw. That's going 30. Of course, these two men, they've had 2 matches in the mod, and they've both been 87s. One in New Japan, and one here in the Global League last year. And they're 1-1, so they'll be 1-1-1 now after this. But I love those two men, and when they wrestle, it's magic, so it's got to be the main now. But Devitt and Naito is the co-main, as Devitt's going to get the win just before the 30-minute mark. So King Devitt getting a huge win. Obviously a former Emerald Openweight champion, former junior champ, and now beats a heavyweight champion, Tetsuya Naito. You'll love to see it, and Naito's upset by it. And, Kento Miyahara and Yuji Hino, Manabu Soya, and Kodabushi, I think. Oh, actually, no. Marufuji and Daisuke Sakamoto. This is a hell of a match right here. And Marufuji's going to beat Daisuke. I love this. They have had they've had 2 singles matches, and every time Marufuji's beaten them. The first Global League, and then at the Navigation with Breeze tour show back in June. So, I mean, this is definitely going to be their best singles match, and probably the best rated match they've ever had against each other. So that should be incredible. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing that. I might even put that here, to be honest. I have zero faith in Tetsuya Naito. But this is some good matches here. And they're very similar in the fact of having fringe, kind of smaller guys in Kento Miyahara and Kodabushi taking on the monstrous men of Yuji Hino and Manabu Soya. We'll go with Kento and Yuji Hino first. With Yuji Hino, he's going to beat Kento Miyahara. And then Kodabushi and Manabu Soya, Ibushi will be losing as well. But there's also going to be interference from this match. Thanks to the interference from Daisuke Arata. Also, Kenny Omega's going to come in and try to even up the fray and take out Daisuke Arata. And really try to make this a little bit more of an even matchup. But a little bells and whistles to this match. But Manabu Soya beating Kodabushi, though, in the end. And then Kensuke is going to beat Minoru Suzuki to start off as far as the role of guys. As Kensuke was set as the agent. We'll change that. And again, things need to be changed as Taue needs to get changed. Other than that, we're good to go. As wait a minute, Taue we just put Taue as head of this, so we can have that be Drew Nakayama. Okay, we're still good. So we need a Steal the Show match again, as always, in the undercard. I think I'm gonna go with an Ozawa. Super crazy Rush Sombra matchup. I love this. As far as lucha it up is what we're gonna have them do. But Super Crazy is gonna get the win over Rush. Poor Lij. Just want to make sure Taue isn't the road agent, because something's up. Yep, it's the ref. There we go. Then the Young Lion matchup. We'll Yeah, we'll have Tetsuya and get the singles match here. We haven't used Ogawa since September. We might as well just use him. You know, his old fart ass. We'll have him beat him. Unfortunately for Tetsuya Endo. We did this back in 2013. I got a 38 when we did it. I'm sure this is going to be just go swimmingly well. So Red Shoes could open up the show with it. Boy, oh boy. Stay 7. 42. Somehow just barely was enough, but Ogawa almost got outperformed by Tetsuya Endo as he wins the backdrop suplex at 10:03. 65 for Los Perez de Ma de Japón against Rush in La Sombra. Super crazy with the trifecta. Sombra's really off his game, and he was, worst guy in the match, but good little match, though. Got the crowd buzzing, at least. As an 80 for Kensuke and Minoru Suzuki. That's crazy. Kensuke's doing 90 still. This motherfucker's 57 years old, and he's still killing it. He's awesome. I love Kensuke to death. It's Kodabushi. Losing, thanks to a lot of the interference, but Manabu Suya is going to get the win in 22-19. Tough break for Kodabushi there. It's good to be Miyahara on Yuji Hino, as Yuji Hino gets the win with the Bridget German suplex in 24-37. So Miyahara, Nakajima, was going to get the win over Yuji Hino in this matchup, but no, not anymore. It's an 87 for King Devitt and Tetsuya Naito, as Devitt, Bloody Sunday over the heavyweight champion in an 87. And perfectly, it gets outperformed, as Marufuji beats Daisuke Sakamoto with Shirin Yu in 23:55. Probably should have gave that way more time, but that's fine. And an 82 for the match that we put so much faith in that we should not have put faith in, as it's a 30-minute time limit draw. We should have Marufuji and Daisuke main event, but that's okay. Can't believe it. We just can't figure it out. We can't do it. Yeah, Marufuji, again, just being a savage. Being a fucking savage about it. Him and Daisuke. Killing it. And Nozawa. We're going to give him some love. As well. Actually, Kensuke. That... It's crazy how well he's still going. Still going strong. It's nuts. So now, we are going to day 8, and, obviously will be 4 nights for both tournaments, for both blocks, and, we will take a look at the standings after this show for both blocks. I just feel like that's for the best, instead of waiting it out. Just feel like to go back-to-back like this, but fucking Shibata is still, he still is not signed on that dotted line, but he's close. Close. You see how much money we're making this? I mean, we've put... we've probably put in at least $5 million in the Wrestle Universe, and we're still just making a shit ton of money from this. From running, 10,000-seat arenas day in and day out. I can only imagine how much money we're going to make this month as Claudio entertained the locker room by organizing a poker tournament. We will not be running... So I think we're going to go back to Rainbow Hall, to be honest. I think that's the play. Okada and Shingo is awesome. Shibata and Go is awesome. Claudio Morishima a fun match, too. I think I'm going to go with Shibata and Go, though. Shibata's going to beat him. Then Okada and Shingo. Shingo's going to beat Okada, so that's a huge win for Shingo Takagi. Okada's a little upset, so that's Okada's first loss in the tournament. Then Claudio and Morishima, which Morishima's going to beat Claudio. They've had a couple of matches back and forth, and Morishima beat him the first time. Claudio just beat him here in August, so just nice little revenge win for Morishima. Then Shuji Ishikawa and Yuji Kobayashi. Shuji's going to get the win over Kobayashi. That would be a banger, though. That's obviously going to be very good. As Chris Hero and Muhammad Yan. And they don't have any good chemistry, so we're just going to set this as a steal the show match. And then Kenta Sugiura, which will go above that previous match, as Kenta's going to beat his stablemate and tag team partner. As, we'll go to Koji Yamato here. We might actually, let's see how Koji Yamato and Nomura, see if they have any chemistry or anything. Throw them together as a tag team. They'll be losing to Jun Akiyama and Takeo Omori. So give Takeo Omori a win. And we can go with back-to-back Young Lion matches with this, but we'll go with Walter. Instead, we'll have Walter beat Keisuke Ishii. Yeah, it's crazy. They've had one singles match. It was a 30 last time we did it. Now, it should be a pretty good little match. Alright. So 48 for the opener. It's Takeo Omori and Jun Akiyama beating Nomura and Kojima, who they do in fact have great chemistry. So we're just getting lucky with our young lions. But Takeo Omori beating Neo and Nomura, 950. 64 for Keisuke Ishii and Walter. 58 for both guys, though, so that's a great performance there. It's Walter getting the win, and 10-04 rather, for the Gotcha Bomb. 65 for Chris Hero and Mohamed Yan. It's crazy seeing a Chris Hero match do so badly. But yeah, they are not great together. 78 for Kenta and Takashi Sugiura. Kenta would go to sleep in 22-20. Another match that lacks selling, but still, got the crowd hotter at least. And 86 for Ishikawa and Kobayashi. Shuji Ishikawa again with the Splash Mountain, 25-32. So 91 for Claudio Castagnoli and Takeshi Morishima. As Morishima with a 95, Katsuo and the Amazing back. They have great chemistry, of course, and just a fun match. Very fun match. And Okada and Shingo, they don't click. That's unfortunate. As Shingo with the last Falconry over Kazuchika Okada in 29-14. Then 91 for our main event. Katsuri Shibata, Go Shiozaki, Shibata with the PK kick in 27-40. Great little show, though. That was a very fun show. As a lot of great stuff happening there. As Shingo Okada, unfortunately, even with the bad chemistry, they still do pretty well in that matchup, though. But Morishima was 95. Gonna get some love. We're gonna give some love to Yuji Kobayashi. He's had a really good tournament. Really been underrated for sure. And we'll give some love for Kenta for his performance against Sugiura. Alright. So now we'll take a look at the standings when we're at the day 9 screen. How we start off the little, as far as showing what's going on, like the little where it has like the backstage incidents and whatnot, that screen. We'll take a look at the standings there, and yeah, on to day 9. Alright, so the standings look like this. After, there we go, move that down. As the standings, after the first 4 nights for each block, so obviously we're now going into night 9 though, but it looks like this is Block A. Daisuke Sakamoto with 6, Hiroki Goto with 5, Kento Miyahara with 2, Kensuke Sasaki with 6, King Devitt with 4, Kodabushi with 4 as well, Manabu Soya and Minoru Suzuki with 2 points each, Naomichi Marufuji with 6, and Tetsuya Naito, our champion, has only 2 points, only 1 win so far over Tomohiro Ishii. He's lost the other 3. Tomohiro Ishii with 5, and then Yuji Hino with 4. So, interesting enough, there's not been someone that's undefeated in the sense that someone is already, 8 points. Not even both in Block A, but in Block B, too. So, that kind of shows you how tough these blocks are. That someone hasn't even won 4 straight wins. It's either had to been a draw, or they've lost. Either way, it really shows how dominant both blocks are. But for Block B, Claudio Castagnoli with 0 points is shocking. He has had a tough draw, but even then, I highly doubt he's going to finish with less than 4. But we'll see. There is only he's got as far as 7 more matches left. Each guy, has 7 matches left rather. So. A lot can still happen, obviously. Chris Hero with 7. He is leading Block B. And, obviously getting the draw with Morishima. With Morishima. And that's going to be very decisive, for sure. as far as dictating who's going to win this block. As Go Shiozaki with 4, Katsui Shibata, Kazuchika Okada with 6 each, Kenta with 4, Muhammad Yan with 0, Shingo Takagi with 4, Shuji Ishikawa with 6, Takashi Sujora with 2, Takeshi Morishima with 5, and then Yuji Kobayashi with 2. So interesting enough, Block A, they don't have a single person with 0 points, and then Claudio and Muhammad Yan have 0 points for Block B. Interesting stuff so far. The first 4 for each, obviously the first 8 shows, but I got some Budokan here for day 9, as I see that I have to change that to Kento Miyahara. But backstage incident, as Hirooki Goto provided a crate of free drinks for everyone. Way to go, Goto. As I am going to just go ahead and apologize. The graphics took a long time, and I already know that this is going to be delayed pretty bad. I'm going to apologize in advance here, because I know I already got 2 or 3 more sets of those graphics to do, so that's going to be nice. It's just kind of thinking where we should run. I guess probably the boat race place again, since it's been since day 4. But we'll change this, as Nakajima was going to be beating Daisuke Sakamoto, but I don't think Kento's going to get the win, though. I think Kento will be losing here. So I'm going to give that to Daisuke Sakamoto. But our main event will be Naomichi Marufuji and Kodabushi. What a match. And Marufuji's going to be beating Kodabushi. That's a huge win. And then we'll probably have the... This is tough. I mean, Goto and Kensuke's pretty electric, so we'll do that. This Kensuke's going to beat Hirooki Goto. Then we'll probably do our championship matchup, as far as our champion being involved in the tournament. Tetsuya Naito, he's going to beat Yuji Hino there. So going to be 4 points for our champ. Yeah, Manabu Soya Tomarishi, I think, could be interesting, as Tomarishi's going to get the win over Manabu Soya. And Daisuke Sakamoto is going to obviously be beating Kento Miyahara. Then Minoru Suzuki over King Devitt, as King Devitt, rather, is going to be beating Minoru Suzuki, as we'll have to... I'm going to change this time. Bump that down to about 23, but looks like we got to change... Oh, no, we're good. Okay, we just need to steal the show match. So, we'll go with another singles match here for our Steal the Show match. As we're going to go with Sonata over... I was thinking of having Kano and Sonata, which what a match this would be. I mean, yeah, I really like this match, but I kind of want to give it to Kano, actually, but we'll give it to Sonata. It's a hell of a match. Tag match. The newfound team of Nomura, Koji Yamato, against the Taiji Shimoi Ricky Marvin team, yeah. So we'll have Ricky Marvin get the win. And hopefully we'll be good to go. Of course not. There we go. Alright. As Taiji Shimoi Ricky Marvin getting a 62 against Koji Yamato and Nomura. Ishimori being really off his game. He's still the best guy in the match, as Ricky Marvin with the Santa Maria, 944. 76 for Sonata and Kano. It's a very good match, with Sonata with the moonsault press. Minoru Suzuki with a concussion over King Devitt, as Devitt with the Bloody Sunday in 23:34. That's tough for Suzuki. I'm sure he'll be out for, a week or so, maybe more. The 79 for Daisuke Sakamoto and Kento Miyahara, as Daisuke with a moonsault press, getting the win over Kento Miyahara in 23:30. 85 for Manabu Soya and Tomohiro Ishii. That's very good. I didn't think it'd be that good of a match, but Definitely was. Ishii gets the win with the Brainbuster, 21-46. Destino for Tetsuya Naito over Yuji. Both guys with 89s. Very good match there. And at 85 for Kinsuke and Goto. It's Kinsuke with the King Buster in 24-03. And our main event's in 93. Naomichi Marufuji beating Kodabushi with the Ishii and Nakajima in 29-24. Those two, stylistically speaking, match up so fucking well. And especially around this time period, that match would have been insane. Really, I mean, basically, like, from 2007, 2008 on, where it's like, that match is crazy. But, yeah, that's definitely in the pocket for both guys, and as far as their prime. But what a show. That was a really good show. We're going to give some love to, as far as, Kodabushi. Let's see, Naito, or, yeah, we'll go Naito, I guess. Naito and, Marufuji. Good stuff. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. On to day 10, as far as, we'll see how the, as far as, see if they can answer back and having a better show. Alrighty, as for day 10, we'll see how Block B can do. As far as I think this is going to be a hell of a night, though. Claudio and Kenta, Shibata, Shingo, Okada, and Ishikawa, like, those matches are nuts. Morishima and Yuji, and Yuji Kobayashi, Go Shizaki, Chris Hero, like, that's... All of those matches I just listed could be main events, but Goto was brought forward versus court, accusing to fail on picking up his share of the tab of the shared rental car. Sakuraba, the judge, found him guilty and sentenced to pay the full cost and reimburse his travel partners. Yeah. What a night this will be, though. I'm sure this will be a banger. It sucks that there's not somewhere that's more than 10,000. There's 7,000 for the Sendai City Gymnasium if we want to run that. Yeah, I mean, I think we could change it up a little bit. 7,000, sure, it's not... Well, I don't know. A night like this, we should go big. Yeah, we should go, like, Osaka Castle Hall or something. Man, I mean, picking a main event out of this lineup is tough. My heart's saying Go and Hero. Also, Shibata Shingo would be pretty awesome. Like, Okada and Ishikawa's... I mean, this is gonna be very, very interesting. We're gonna go with Go and Hero. And Hero's gonna beat Go in the main. Then we're gonna go with Okada and Ishikawa, as Okada's beating Ishikawa. And then Shibata Shingo. Shibata's gonna beat Shingo. There's a GHC World Openweight title match up there in the future. Yeah, we'll do Claudio and Kenta, and Claudio again keeps losing, unfortunately, as Kenta beats him there. And Morishima over, or as Yuji Kobayashi, rather, over Morishima. That's a huge win for Yuji Kobayashi. And then Muhammad Yan, Takashi Sujiura's going to beat Muhammad Yan, which I think we're going to change. I think we're going to give that to Muhammad Yan. He needs a win, and that's crazy now that Claudio's the one that's in last in that block. That's pretty nuts, as Red Shoes... overbooked here. I don't think that really helped him. Oh, that did. Okay. So we'll go with the other Young Lion group of Takashida and Endo. As, let's see here. We haven't really used Red Dragon this tour, so that's always a good shout. Yeah, they've been having matches fairly recently against this team. Bobby Fish gonna get the win. Don't think I was paying attention to see if Red Shoes okay. Then the Steal the Show match. Go with June and Takeo Omori. Sorry, off to a great start. Is yeah, we'll go Takayama Taichi. That's why they don't have any chemistry. Great. Man, oh man. It's always tough to figure out this Seal the Show match. You know, we'll go Nuki Tanasaki in Pack against... I was thinking Super Crazy Knows Out, but we might even just do Taichi and Kakanuma. So at least we have Suzuki-gun to get involved. So Tanasaki get the win. And another night is booked up. Hopefully. Yeah. We're good to go. Day 10. See what we get. 64 for the opener. It's Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. Yeah, a whole lot of green. Whole lot of green. Just, wow, that's crazy. Kyle O'Reilly's over enough to where he's got to be in a match that's over 18 minutes. That's wild. Kyle O'Reilly with an 82, though. I mean, Kyle might be in this global league next year. He might be moving on up to heavyweight if he keeps that up. And Naoki Tanasaki beating Kakanuma of the Casanova. Pac was best guy in the match. No surprise. Taichi, though, second best guy. Way to go, Taichi. 74 for Mohamed Yan and Takashida Tsujura. I think that was the right decision. Switch that up as Kanuku Buster for Mohamed Yan in 23:45. 88 for Morishima and Yuji Kobayashi. Morishima probably could have got the win there. He's the better guy, but shout out Yuji Kobayashi. I mean, again, this would be a match that would have been electric. It's 85 for Kenta and Claudio. It's Kenta with a go to sleep over Claudio Castagnoli in 25:55. As Shibata and Shingo, 88. Shibata with the octopus hold over Shingo Takagi. As they don't click, though. So that's, I mean, it's pretty nuts that I'd still got an 88 with them not clicking. And 80 for Okada and Shuji Ishikawa, they don't click either. I mean, talk about some unfortunate events there, as that makes a little bit more sense now that it's an 80, because that would have been way better, and obviously they didn't have a negative chemistry. But Okada with the Rainmaker, though, nonetheless, in 27:51. And our main event, even though it lacks psychology, still gets a 94 as Chris Hero beating Go Shiozaki with a death blow in 25:32. What a performance. 93. We'll gladly take that. As, yeah, I mean, as far as who to put over, you know, I think we're going to try to go with guys that haven't really got a whole lot of love. You know, like Yuji Kobayashi, Mohamed Yan, those guys. The bottom of the Claudio for still hanging in there despite losing day in and day out. But now we're in the double digits now. We're still got a ways to go, though. Still got over, you know, close to 10 shows left. But on to day 11. Alrighty, day 11. As again, it keeps on wanting us to run Budokan, which, hey, I love, but I kind of wanted to sell it out, though, as far as we ran the Nagoya Dome, which is crazy to think, which got 38,000 on hand. That is a lot of fucking people. Sergeant Strong's brought full Russ's court, accused of making a mess backstage and not cleaning it up, annoying everyone else. The judge, Kazushi Sakuraba, found him guilty and sentenced to clean up, and then buy drinks for him after the show. Project Strong. Small positive impact. Alright, so, I think I do have to change, because I think we still have, yep, we still have Nakajima. Nakajima versus Tetsuya Naito. What could it be in? As, yeah, you know, as, yeah, 14,000, yeah, we'll probably not run there again. So, yeah, I think we're going to run the Sendai Gym this time around on this night. We'll finally do that. As, yeah, we'll just go ahead and change this now. But Kento Miyahara will be losing to Tetsuya Naito. There we go, just change that. Man, main events. You know, Ishii and Marufuji for sure is up there. Ibushi and Daisuke is up there, and so is Devitt and Goto. So I think that's a great top three. We're going to go with Ishii and Marufuji, though, for sure. And Ishii's going to beat Marufuji. That's a big win. Because Marufuji's beaten him every single time they've had a match. They've wrestled 3 times singles-wise. Every time Marufuji's beaten him. But Ishii finally overcomes that obstacle, and he gets that win. Which is awesome for him. As yeah, then Kodabushi Daisuke, and Kodabushi beating Daisuke Sakamoto. I mean, this is awesome though. This is that's very cool. It's Devitt and Goto though. This should be a really good match. Goto's gonna beat him, hopefully with a GTR. And then Kenta Miyahara, Tetsuya Naito. Naito's gonna beat him. Don't think they've had a singles match before. Yeah, so that's a first time meeting. Now this is awesome though. Kensuke and Manabu Soya. Kensuke's getting another win, which fucking 57-year-old, or 57, 48-year-old rather, Kensuke Sasaki is killing it still. It's that's still very impressive though. I think I keep on getting because I keep on saying 58. I think I'm getting him and Kobashi's age. No, he's 47 too. I think I'm actually thinking of as far as I mean, yeah, that's weird. I think I'm thinking of his actual age now. Is why I'm thinking that, which is he's not even that old yet, but he's close. He is he's close. He's almost there, but still got a ways to go. So Minoru Suzuki over Yuji Hino or Yuji Hino rather over Minoru Suzuki. It's Yuji Hino getting the win in 22 minutes. Don't think they've had a singles match before either. But that's a huge win for Yuji Hino. Oh, that's right, Suzuki is out. So I didn't even think to look at his injury report. See how long he's out for. 24 days. Oh. Yeah, that's that ain't it. So what we'll be doing is Suzuki's going to forfeit the rest of his matches. He won't be replaced. He will be forfeiting. So that Yuji Hino's going to get the free point anyways. So that's going to change a little bit as far as what day 11 is going to be entailing. We'll now only run 6 segments instead of 8. So we'll now be changing accordingly. As we'll have a Steal the Show match between Sombra and see what junior guy I want to use. I think Alex Payne, actually. Shout out Alex Payne getting a win over La Sombra. Big pop. This, guy, legendary luchador that goes on in America, gets, signed by 2 big companies. That Alex Payne, it is what it is as far as his career. Yes, I have a better career than me, so I'm not gonna throw stones at a man from a glass house. But as they say, but that's it's just funny. I thought okay, I think we're good to go though. Yeah, we're good to go. Alex Payne beating La Sombra there with the sweet spot in 9:36. But that's a nice little match, though. Nice way to kick off the show. And an 81 for Kensuke Manabu Soya. It's Kensuke with a 92. Unreal. 79 for Kenta Miyahara and Tetsuya Naito. Naito with a Destino. Naito's doing really well, though, I think. He's really improved from where he was at the beginning of the reign to where he's at now. But it's just funny. I just have a feeling he's still going to get overshadowed by everything he does. 86, though, for Devitt and Goto. As Hiroki Goto getting the win, 24-58. It's a 94 for Kodabushi and Daisuke Sakamoto. It's Kodabushi Gold Star Press over Daisuke Sakamoto, and he still outperforms him too. That's crazy enough. Holy shit, what a match! But a 85, it can't overcome the incredible Daisuke Sakamoto Kodabushi match, but still a superb match in its own right. Tomoe Ishii getting the win with the lariat in 28-55. What a win. And, it's still a great show. I'm still very happy with that show. As we'll be putting over Kodabushi again. We'll be putting over Tetsuya Naito. And we'll be putting over Kensuke. Hell yeah. Alright, on to day 12. Alrighty, day 12. As they just keep on wanting us to run Budokan. Keep on going as Shingo Takagi And Kazushi Sakuraba's Shingo's brought for rest of court, accused of not joining the rest of the locker room for a night out. As the judge, Kazushi Sakuraba found to pick up the incidents to buy drinks for it after the show. Nice. But yeah, I mean, Hiro Shingo, love it. Shibata Okada, that's probably the main. Morishima Ishikawa's probably just below that, and so is Kenta as well, with Yuji Kobayashi. But yeah, we should be, hopefully, having a very good show. Yeah, we'll be selling out Budokan if we do run it. Which, I think we're actually going to run Sapporo, though. I think we're going to run the Ice Arena. But yeah, so Shibata, Okada, we'll be going 30. Crazy, we have not done this before, though. This is the first time in the series we've done this. Obviously, a very special match at one point in time. But, yeah, just felt like the draw was necessary there. And both guys pushing each other to the limit. And just kind of the fact that it's the first time matchup, and they're so stylistically different that it needs more than 30. But Chris here is going to be Shingo. And that's a GT and World Openweight future, GT and World Openweight title matchup there. Thanks for that win. And Morishima and Ishikawa. Morishima's going to be Shuji Ishikawa. Again, a very fun match that I would love to see. It's Kenta and Yuji Kobayashi. Kenta's going to beat Yuji Kobayashi. And we'll do Go and Sujiura. This was a finals, our first ever finals we did in the Global League at one time. Or as, not the finals, rather, that would be, the first finals was, Morishima and Sujiura, but, this was a match that we wanted to do. I remember, that was kind of like the first big match, but Sujiura, of course, gets signed by DDT, and we're like, I will let him go. Then we finally get that singles match, and it was last year in 2013, which Go beat him, and then Sujiura beat him last year during the Global League. Go's going to get that win back here, and then Claudio and Muhammad Yan. Claudio joins the fray with his first points, beating Muhammad Yan, so now they're both tied with 2 at the bottom of the barrel, but still, at least Claudio gets a win. You love to see that. So we need a Steal the Show match and a Young Lion matchup, which Young Lion matchup will give it to Takashida here in the singles. So we'll do Takashida and Keno because I want to see that very badly. But let's see, we did this last year, day 13, almost a year in the making, just a couple of days shy. But that Keno will be getting the win there. Then the Steal the Show match, we'll go with the tag team matchup of, let's see, no, we obviously can't do that. Again, it's always, I don't know why I keep wanting to do tag matches when it's just, actually, you know what, we'll go with a 6-man, and we're gonna go with Kushida, Taguchi, and Shibata, or Sakuraba, rather, against Momonosu Shintag and Sonata. I love this. This is great. This is exactly what we need. But we're gonna give Harada the win over Taguchi. Yeah, that's a very, very good match to have. Alright. Day 12. Let's run it. 67 for the openers. Keno with the right high kick over Takashida. Good little match. 72 for the 6-man of L.I.J. and Laughter 7. I had a feeling it might be a little too short for the importance. But we could have probably just did it 20 and it would have been fine, but I risked it. I was like, maybe it won't need it, but it needed it. But Kushida was the best guy in the match, so shout out Kushida. 83 for Claudio Muhammad-Yan. Claudio with the Swiss deaths, as I like to call that, the very European uppercut, 2103. 77 for Go Shiozaki and Takashida Sujiura. Go with the Go Flasher, 2216. 80 for Kenta and Yuji Kobayashi. It's Kenta with the Busaiku knee. Lack of selling on display. 86 for Morishima and Shuji Ishikawa, even though Morishima was off his game and also there was not selling involved in well, but Shuji Ishikawa doing the heavy lifting of this matchup. But Morishima with the amazing impact in 28 minutes. And 87 for Chris Hero and Shingo. Again, no selling. As Hero gets the ones a death blow in 29-22. With the GT Remote Openweight Champion. And a 92 for these two men going the distance, even though there's a lack of psychology. Shibata outperforms him too. What a night. What a night of wrestling there at the Sapporo Ice Arena. Yeah, that was a hell of a show. So we'll give love to Shibata, we'll give love to Shuji Ishikawa, and also Shingo. Shingo's been really pulling out some great matches. He's just been, unfortunately, been outperformed. Against, it's hard to be averaging in the 90s as far as in-ring performances night in and night out. Very, very tough, but another great show. Obviously we're not going to have a bad show, with this Global League. We're just too talented to have a roster to, have a bad show. We'd have to really fuck something up. Oh boy. What did, as far as Kenta Kobayashi started some shit. Keep on getting a lack of big names things, which I think is bullshit, but it is what it is. On to Day 13. Alrighty, Day 13. So, of course, the Suzuki... That's funny, it was going to be Suzuki and Kento Miyahara, so we don't even have to fix that. But 3 points for Kento Miyahara, and so that's nice for him. But Marufuji Kensuke, that's a hell of a main. Kodabushi Tumarishi, of course, is awesome. And then Daisuke, this is going to be a hell of a night. Looking at those matches. Yeah, that's going to be nice. But Kensuke, as far as... Oh, he's going to put over Kento Miyahara again. So shout out Kensuke. I don't know how we're going to make that happen, though. Obviously, being 2 Diamond Ring guys, but... It's very nice of him. Very, very noble of Dad Kensuke to put him over. But yeah, Nakajima and Marufuji was the main, the last show we did, which was at Osaka Castle Hall. Yeah, this is a Budokan night. This is Budokan night for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a sellout, close to a sellout, but yeah, it's man, this main, that's tough. Part of me wants to do Daisuke Naito, part of me wants to do Marufuji Kensuke. I think we're gonna go with Daisuke though, in Naito. So Naito's going to get the win now in 26 minutes. And Marufuji and Kensuke, which Marufuji's going to beat Kensuke Sasaki. In this Kodabushi Tumarishi match, which might be the best match on the whole entire show, Kodabushi's going to beat Tumarishi. That's a very good match. And then Goto and Yuji Hino. Goto's going to beat Yuji Hino there. That should be fun. And Devitt and Manabu Soya. Devitt's going to get the win there in 22 minutes over Manabu Soya. So now our Steal the Show match that we have to do. Well, let's get a tag match here. As far as, we'll get Kento Miyahara on the show here. We'll do him and Kano and a tag. As far as who's their, their victims for the night. That's a good question. I think a Suzuki-Gun matchup would make a lot of sense. Even though they have terrible chemistry. Or I guess poor chemistry, so it's not terrible, but it's still going to be poor. I still think they should get the win. Or they should still have a Suzuki-Gun in a Diamond Ring matchup. So Kento Miyahara's going to beat Takayama, though. Yeah, all is well there. So I gotta change. Okay, no, we're good. We are good to go. Alright. Day 13. There's only 14,000 showed up. What the hell is a 68 here for the opener? Keno and Kento Miyahara beating Takayama and Taichi. Got the crowd buzzing at least, but Kento Miyahara with a Northern Light suplex over Takayama. I would not be wanting that as the finish. That's a bad spot, but King Devitt with the Bloody Sunday over Manabu Soya in 22-24, got the crowd hotter. So good stuff there. 91 for Goto and Yuji Hino as Hiroki Goto with the submission win. Should have gave that to Yuji Hino. Yuji Hino's ready, man. He's so awesome. So 90 for Kodabushi Tumarishi. They have great chemistry as well. Lack of psychology, though, a lack of selling hurts this match. This would have been bonkers, though, if the psychology had Selling was down, but that's neither here nor there. But Kodabushi, though, with the Golden Star Press in 26.55 at 85 here for Marufuji and Kensuke, which again, another match with black selling. It's Marufuji with the Shirin Yu in 26.19. Wow. As Daisuke dislocates his shoulder. That's a tough break for our main event. I knew it, man. I knew I shouldn't have put Naito in the main event. Bad things happen. And that's not good, though. Daisuke, that's a tough injury. You know, dislocated shoulder. We actually lost Pop. Here, I was talking all that shit. I knew it, man. I knew Kodabushi and Tomarishi was going to be awesome, too. I was man. It's crazy, though. Goto and Yuji was the best thing on this card. I did not see that coming, though. As Daisuke, get well soon, buddy. As Yuji, thanks for being awesome. And, Kodabushi and Tomarishi are just having an absolute banger. But that's unfortunate, though, about our Pop. Which we should bounce back, though, hopefully, with this tour. We shouldn't be too bad off, but hopefully we can get some good shows rocking again. But on to the next night, as we'll just take a look before we see. He's going to be out for 15 days, so basically be out for the rest of the tournament, too. Unfortunate. But luckily, it's not super serious. I thought it was going to be a little bit more serious than that, but shockingly, it's not. But, after night 16, we should be going over the standings again. Should be, as far as that goes. Yeah, it went down from 86 to from 87 to 86, which it's still nice, but hopefully we can get it back up again. I think we're going to be running the Rainbow Hall. We'll be running the Rainbow Hall again. It's for day 14 here. So we got Hiro and Shibata, which is probably the main event. We'll just go ahead and add that now. Shibata is going to beat Chris Hero. So they have, of course, were having, some incredible matches at the beginning of the save. Well, a year into the save, rather, as him and Hero, that 85 at Navigation with Breeze. Really, that was like the turning point of the save. And then to go 2 years into the future, and they're doing like 94s. And the tag matches, this year have been incredible. But Hero's gotten the best of them so far. They're 1-1 as far as singles matches goes, or as they're 2-1 rather as far as singles matches goes, because Hero beat him at First Navigation in 2013, and so it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be first time they've wrestled twice in the same year, though, so that's cool. But Shibata getting that win. Yeah, now it's either Morishima and Okada or Kenta and Ishikawa as the co-main. But I think we're gonna go with Okada and Morishima. But they don't have great chemistry. Okay, so we've answered our question. As Kenta is going to lose, though, to Shuji Ishikawa. They have had a couple of one singles match rather back in the first Global League we did, which was the 66. Should be a lot better this time around. But Kenta got the win that time. Shuji Ishikawa's going to get the win here. So now Go and Claudio is going to go here, which Claudio is going to beat Go. That's a huge win for Claudio Castagnoli. Then Muhammad Yan and Yuji Kobayashi, as Kobayashi is going to beat Muhammad Yan. Now we're going to throw... Yeah, we'll throw Shingo and Tsujura, actually, because I think this should still do well. Shingo's going to beat Tsujura. And then Morishima and Okada, which I'm just curious to see. So, I mean, it was an 80 the last time we did this, so it should be around that same rating, but I just got more faith in this match, really, than anything. But, it might not do better than these two. We'll see. So we just need 2 undercard matches. So we'll go with, we'll actually go with 2 tags. We'll go with both the Young Lion matches as far as Takashida and Endo. As they'll be losing to Taue and Uncle June. Uncle June gonna get the win there. And for the next one, for Nomura and for Koji Yamato, we are going to go with the team of... This is tough decision here. I think we're going to go with Sasuke and Yoshitone, actually. Yeah, because it's a fresh matchup. So Yoshitone getting a win. Nice. This is... I don't know what's going to be better. I think Takashida's match will probably be better if I had to bet. So 55. Is Yoshitone getting the win? He was the best guy in the match. 49, yeah, I put a little too much faith. But Takashida was the best guy in this match. So shout out Konosuke Takashida as Jun Akiyama getting the win in 10-21. It's a 70 for Okada and Morishima. So Okada gets the win with the Rainmaker. Both guys were off their game too. But they got the crowd buzzing. 78 for Shingo and Sujor, who have great chemistry. Shingo was the last Falconry, though, in 22-17. 81 for Muhammad Yan and Yuji Kobayashi, another tandem, rather, that has great chemistry. So Kobayashi getting the win with the Oklahoma Stampede. 21-39 is a 99. Holy shit. How the fuck did that happen? Go with an 88 and Claudio with an 85. Somehow gets a 99 as Claudio gets in with the Ricola Bomb. They just must have hit something. Must have hit different. Sasuke was even the road agent. That's, yeah, just a very hot crowd. Crowd's on fire. Yeah, and then it goes downhill as Kenta Nishikawa gets his 82 as Shuji Ishikawa getting the one with the Splash Mountain 21-11. And a 93, though, for the main, at least, as Shibata beating Chris Hero with the PK kick at 28-51. What a show. What a show. I mean, that Chris Hero, or that Claudio and Go match, what a fucking match that was. That was insane. I don't know how we got there, but very, very happy we did. And we'll give some love to Shibata, too, but what a performance, though. What a performance. So yeah, on to our next night here, as at least we're past the halfway point. We're coming up on the little over the halfway point now, but we'll be checking the standings rather shortly to see where everybody's at. We'll be checking that after day 16. Alrighty, as for day 15, as I don't know if anyone saw that, but we have now increased Wrestle Universe as much as we can. It is now, as far as you can see, we have spent a shit ton of money to do it. It costs like $43 million rather, and we spent every fucking penny and then some too. Hopefully it works out, so because we're down to $2 million again. But I just, we're just raking in cash, night in and night out, and we still will be raking in cash night in and night out for the next couple of shows. So I just felt like it was a good idea to do that. But Pac was brought before Wrestler's Court, accused of making a mess backstage and not cleaning it up, annoying everyone else, as the judge, Kazushi Sakuraba, found him guilty and sentenced to clean up and then buy drinks for him after the show. Alright, so that's going to be Kento Miyahara. So Daisuke forfeiting against Tomoe Ishii. Kensuke and Kodabushi, that's a great match. And Suzuki forfeiting against Tetsuya Naito. A lot of forfeits going on for day 15. And really for this, Block A, it's just has been hit with the injury bug, unfortunately. But this is a very good match, though, Kensuke and Kodabushi. It's Kodabushi losing, though, to Kensuke, the veteran, getting the win over the young upstart. Marufuji and Devitt have had great matches in the past, and that might even be the main, honestly. I don't know. It's tough. Or as far as they've never had a singles match, but they've had great interactions in the past, rather. But that should be a lot of fun. That's probably going to be the main. Probably going to be the main. Now I'm thinking about it, but see, yeah, I guess we're gonna change. Obviously, this is Kenta Miyahara. Yeah, we'll have Kenta Miyahara beat Hiroki Goto. I think that's a fair match for Kenta Miyahara to win, actually. I think that's a very fair match for Kenta Miyahara to win. Then Manabu Soya and Yuji Hino, obviously, because the other matches are as Yuji Hino's going to get the win over Manabu Soya. So, for Naito and company, I think we're going to have Tetsuya Naito maybe... Yeah, we'll have him take the night off, actually. So, we'll need a Steal the Show match and an undercard match. But, we'll go back to the... Now I'm thinking about it. I think Naito should still throw him out there as him and Sanada against Takayama and Taichi. Seems to always be the go-to. So we'll keep it even 10 minutes. But Sanada's going to get the win over Taichi, unfortunately. Yeah, because yeah, that makes sense. And then for Tomohiro Ishii, I think we're going to have him beat Koei Sato. Maybe. So I think that kind of makes sense. Strong Big Japan guy. Or a Strong Pillars of Violence guy, rather. Nice. If we actually got to change the... I'm going to give this a little bit more time. Yeah, I guess we can't really do anything too crazy here. I guess with time, we're just going to make that 2:30. Just kind of is what it is. But yeah, that's... so we're good to go. We just got to change the venue. Yeah, looks like it's back to the boat race place. The 70, somehow, is Naito and Sanada over Yoshihiro Takayama and Taichi. It's the Dragon Sleeper for Sanada with the body scissors. Haven't called that the skull end, I guess. Oh, they don't click. Well, that's unfortunate. But Tomohiro Ishii gets the win with the Brainbuster, though, nonetheless, in 12:55. 83, though, for the next matchup, as Yuji Hino beating Manabu Soya with the British and German suplex in 22 minutes. And 82 for Goto and Kenta Miyahara. Kenta Miyahara with the blackout, though, over Hiroki Goto in 22-13, even though he was severely outperformed. 84 for Kensuke and Kodabushi, as Kensuke with the King Buster over Kodabushi in 23 minutes. Very good match there. 91, though, for Naomichi Marufuji and Prince Devitt. Or King Devitt, in this case, rather, as Shirin Yu for Marufuji in 26-44. Great main event, delivering in a big, big way there, as you can't really ask for anything more there. But some more love for Marufuji, some more love for Kensuke, and yeah, some love for Miyahara. Be like, hey man, here's a hug. Good win. A lot of pleased people. So now, on to the Block B night here, night 16, and after this night, we'll take a look at the standings, see where everything is at after 16 nights of Global League action. Alrighty, day 16 is, again, I mean, it went from, I didn't even think we could go into enormous, but we did. It cost a shit ton, but we're already, it's been like 2 shows since then, and we're already up to about 7 million. So, that's, it shows you how much we made just last month from the broadcast revenue of Russell Universe. $24 million, which is insane. So hopefully another big show like that again. You know, we're already at 14, and we still got a couple of more shows. That's going to be huge. Huge, as I just want to make sure We don't have any backstage incidents. Okay, we're good to go there. As, yeah, we'll go here. 15,000 would be a little shy of a sellout, but that's okay. So, of course, this is, Okada and Chris Hero. That's a pretty big match. So I think that's probably going to be the main, as Okada's going to beat Hero. And Chris Hero a little unhappy about that. But they've had a match before, last year, which was a 96. With Chris Hero got the win in that match. So this is a return match there. Morishima and Kenta just for the history. And Kenta's going to get the win in that matchup as well. This has been a match that has done pretty well, but not like insanely good, in that same breath. Which is fine for a co-main event. We don't need to be super crazy. But Claudio and Shingo. Claudio gets the win, too, over Shingo. They have not had a singles match, I don't believe, so far. But, of course, that tag title matchup with Sonata and Shingo, 96. Very crazy. Yeah, probably Kobayashi and Go. As Kobayashi is going to beat Go Shiozaki. Go has beaten him in the past in a singles match. That was last year in the Global League. That was day 2. The first night of Block B. So getting the revenge, Yuji Kobayashi. And then Muhammad Yan and Shuji Ishikawa's Muhammad Yan's going to beat Shuji Ishikawa. That is huge. I mean, you could see they've done some matches in DDT a whole lot. Literally hundreds, if not hundreds of matches, which is insane. But Muhammad Yan's going to beat him there, and Sujora going to beat... Nah, I'm just kidding. Shibata's going to beat the guy Sujora. And that should be a fun little match. Hopefully. But yeah, we need to steal the show match. There. As we'll go with another Takashida singles matchup, though. He's going to lose to Walter in the undercard. I'm excited for Takashida's, non-Young Lion phase. He's still got a ways to go there, as you see from the experience, but he's only 19 years old. Which is insane to think about. Walter gonna get the win there. And the Steal the Show match. Now that's gonna be the interesting point, because I really have not a huge idea what I want to do regarding that. As honestly, I think a singles match with Zach, because he has not done shit this tour. Haven't used him since October. As let's see what guy we should feed him from the junior division. Bobby Fish. It's not a bad option. Maybe Alex Payne, actually. Yeah, let's go Alex Payne. Because I think we had Alex beat him, yeah. During the Global Junior League. So a little bounce back match for Zach. There we go. Alright. Let's run the show. 59 for Walter and Konosuke Takashida. Gotcha bomb for Walter and 937. 80 for Alex Payne and Zack Sabre Jr. Zack with the PK kick. Got the crowd buzzing on that one. 87 for Shibata and Sujora, as they have great chemistry. Shibata with a 98. That is pretty nuts. Got the crowd hotter somehow. As Shuji Ishikawa, though, losing to the Kanuki Buster. That is a big-time move to be hitting on someone like Shuji Ishikawa. But what a win, though, for Muhammad Yan over Shuji Ishikawa. She got an 82. It's an 89 for Kobayashi and Go Shiozaki. As Kobayashi, the better guy between him and Go. So he gets to win the Brainbuster, 22-30. It's a 95 for Claudio and Shingo. Claudio gets to win the Ricola Bomb in 29-29. But Shingo outperformed him. So shout out Shingo. But that's a hell of a match there. Yeah, co-main events, they have great chemistry, but it just wasn't going to work. Having to follow the previous match and lack of psychology and lack of selling, too. But Kenta with the Busaiku knee in 29 minutes. And in our main event, at 94, Kazuchika Okada hitting the Rainmaker on Chris Hero in 28-47 and gets the win despite the lack of psychology, which is a great show here at 93. literally everything was almost in the light blue from the Global League from this night, but the Muhammad Yan Ishikawa match. Yeah, that's what happens when you are almost what we're gonna be almost in year 4 coming up, which is crazy to think. That's what happens when you're that many years in. You can just pull out great matches like that. But we'll give some love to Chris here since he was a little upset about putting over Okada, and he had a great rating too. Another great performance from Shingo, and Katsura Shibata with his performance also did really well as well. Yeah. So yeah, we'll show everyone the standings here at the little screen where we showed it last time. So yeah, on to day 17. All right. So after 8 nights for each block, but obviously we're 17 now days in. This is what the standings are looking like. As for Block A, we have Daisuke Sakamoto forfeiting the rest of the tournament, but he finishes up with 8 points. What could have been, he definitely could have finished with more than 10 for sure. But Hiroki Goto is someone that very much is fortunate to have gotten 2 forfeit wins, both over Daisuke and over Minoru Suzuki. So hence why he has only 1 match left, and that's against Naito. So he potentially could finish with either 13 or 15, or even 14, as far as if they draw. But yeah, so he's got a pretty easy path now to get to the end of this tournament. As Kento Miyahara with 6, he's really his only wins coming against Hiroki Goto and Kensuke Sasaki and Minoru Suzuki, which I believe the Suzuki one was a forfeit win as well. So really, he's gotten only 2 wins this tournament as far as actual beating people in the ring. Kensuke with 14, which is another one that he had the forfeit win over both. As far as actually just over Daisuke Sakamoto, he didn't get a forfeit win over Minoru Suzuki, but he did beat him, though, during the tournament. So with Kensuke, he's got 14. He's got 2 matches left against Devitt and Tomohiro Ishii, but right now he is in the lead because of that. And, I mean, he could finish with 18. Very, very, very strong possibility that could happen. And that would be incredible to see Kensuke Sasaki win this block. That would be pretty awesome. But Kodabushi and King Devitt with 8 apiece. As far as they don't have any, as far as forfeit wins or anything like that. Manabu Soya, Minoru Suzuki. Of course, Minoru Suzuki going to be out for the rest of the tournament. It's going to finish with 2 points. Had a lot of forfeits. Only had, as far as the 5 matches, which, or only had, it should have had, yeah, the Naito, that was not a forfeit loss. That should have been... Or, no, that was a forfeit loss. I'm trying to think what... I messed something up there. Either way, it's... He only wrestled like 5 matches. 5 or 6 matches, if that. But, yeah, I mean, he's going to finish with the 1 win over Naomichi Marufuji. So, at least he got a win over a talented guy, which Marufuji's got 12 points. He's in a strong spot, as far as being able to take out Kensuke, because with those 12 points, though, he still has 3 matches left, so he could finish with 18. Very well could. As far as if he wins out, he could at least tie with Kensuke, and as far as he's beaten Kensuke, so he'll have the tiebreaker win if that is the case, if they do tie at 18. And our champion, Tetsuya Naito, is, we left him off, as far as our last time we saw him, he only had 2 points. He was a 1 win out of 4, but now he has definitely turned it on and has gotten some big wins. Some have been via, as far as, I think some have been, either way, though, as far as, it's all fucked up because Suzuki's bracket, but Naito, though, having 10 points, like a champion, though, at least he is booked pretty strong now, and he's turned it on, and I don't think he's going to be able to win it, but you never know. There's still a lot of matches left, though, still, so we'll see. Tomohiro Ishii, though, with 11, he's in a strong spot of winning this block, with his 3 matches left, and Yuji with 10, which is great to see. So, I mean, Block A, it's got as far as 6 people in double digits, and Daisuke probably would have been in double digits, and Devitt and Kodabushi have a very good possibility of finishing with double digits. So it's just looking like it's going to be a hell of a Block A. As for Block B, Claudio Castagnoli, even though he had 0 points when we last saw him, he's going to have 6 now. He's still got his tag team partner, Chris Hero, left. But that should be fun. Chris Hero with 11. And, obviously Block B does not have any, don't have any forfeits or anything like that, so everyone still has their 3 matches left. Go Shizaki with 6. Katsui Shibata and Kazuchika Okada both with 13, and they both have the draw, so if they are in fact still tied by the end of this Block B run, they will have to have a tiebreaker match. Kenta with 10, Muhammad Yan with 4, Shingo Takagi, our GHC World Champion, with 6, Shuji Shikawa with 8, Takashi Sugiura with 4, Takeshi Morishima with 7, and then Yuji Kobayashi with 8. So it's a bit tightly knit, as far as Muhammad Yan, even with 4. I mean, really, realistically speaking, he could still finish with at least 10, which is pretty impressive to think that, there's a possibility that someone that's in the bottom of the bracket, both him and Takashi Sugiura, could still, in fact, finish in double digits. But that is the standings. The next time we'll take a look at the standings will be after, as far as after day 20, because obviously then we'll have our final 2 shows left after that. But so we're now past the halfway point, and we're at the other end of this thing, as we'll have this, as far as Wrestle Universe, obviously taping as a referee, as Shuichi Nishinaga as Brighten the mood backstage of doing several funny cartoon drawings, and Kushida brighten the backstage area by just simply being so fun and cheerful to be around. Yeah, that pretty much sums up Kushida. As for the venue here, I think we're gonna maybe have to go to Osaka again. We might have to go to Osaka Castle Hall for this one, as Devitt and Ibushi, the rematch there, that would be pretty awesome to do. As far as, we'd have to have one more, as far as a match to this, since Daisuke and Minoru Suzuki, it's an interesting dilemma there, as far as, because Daisuke already had the forfeit win because of Minoru Suzuki, so because he lasted longer, he would have, he gets that point. Just wild to think. But, yeah, as far as our main event, it's either Naito Goto or even, Marufuji and Yuji Hino is an awesome match, too, in that same breath. Yeah, that's interesting. That's super interesting. But I think we're going to go with the Devitt Ibushi match. I think that's what we're going to do, as far as Devitt going to get the win over Kodabushi. Then Goto and Naito, as Naito's going to beat Goto there in 23 minutes. Marufuji and Yuji Hino. Yuji Hino going to get the win over Naomichi Marufuji. That's a huge win for Yuji Hino. Then Tomohiro Ishii and Kensuke Sasaki. Tomohiro Ishii is going to beat Kensuke Sasaki as well. That's another great matchup. Honestly, that might be a better main event. It's crazy. The GHC Heavyweight Champion is going to be so down on the card, but that's just the way she goes, as we're going to modify this, obviously, to Kenta Miyahara, which, I'm going to take at least both Manabu Soya and Kenta Miyahara are doing well popularity-wise, so we have that going for us. But, yeah, we'll have Kenta Miyahara get the win here, Manabu Soya. Why not? And then we'll have our Steal the Show match. And we'll be good to go. Hopefully. As I think it's going to be another Live Strong Die Hard matchup. Yeah, against Aoki Suzuki, why not, right? Another junior tag matchup. They've, traded wins back and forth, but we'll give the win to Live Strong Die Hard this time around. Give it to Eddie. Good stuff here. Should be a good night. Should be. As, okay, we're good to go. It's 77 for Eddie Edwards and Kotori Suzuki, or Eddie Edwards and Project Strong and Live Strong Die Hard over Aoki and Suzuki, as Eddie Edwards pinning Kotori Suzuki after the sick kick into the Die Hard driver. Very good junior tag match, and a strong start to the show. 74 for Kento Miyahara and Manabu Soya, as Kento Miyahara with the North Light suplex over Manabu Soya's. Manabu Soya probably would have outperformed him, but he was really off his game. 67 for Kento Miyahara. The 84 for Naito and Goto. Probably a safe bet to have this so far low on the card, as Naito getting the win over Hiroki Goto with the Stardust Press. And 80 for Naomichi Marufuji and Yuji Hino. Yuji Hino with the fucking bomb in 26:07. Huge win for Yuji Hino. And then a 93 for King Devitt and Kodabushi, as Devitt with Bloody Sunday over Kodabushi, getting his win back after Kodabushi took him out and took his junior heavyweight title from him in our main event in 87. Should have went with my gut with Devitt and Ibushi, but that's okay. But Tomoishi beating Kensuke Sasaki with the Brainbuster in 24-28. It's an 86. We'll gladly take that. But, yeah, we're going to give some love to Devitt there. Give some love to, yeah, let's give some love to Naito for his performance. And, yeah, I guess, either Kensuke or Tomoishi. We'll go with Ishii. Hell yeah. On to day 18 we go. Alright, day 18. I mean, crazy to think how much money we've made in this month. You all saw where we were when we upgraded the Wrestle Universe. We're at 17 million. By the time we get to our Great Voyage Volume 4 show to end out the year, I think we'll be back to where we were to end out the month before we invested over $45 million. Just that alone, plus, paying for guys as well. So we're already almost just back from the... Even though we're going to lose money this month, it's still going to be well worth it, though. And we're going to be riding high, for sure. But for day 18, got a backstage incident before we get to Okawa. See, lifted locker room when he organized and won a video game tournament, like his old ass. It's probably fucking Pong that they're playing. As, yeah, we had, day 18 was at, Nippon Budokan. Don't think we'll be running Budokan. Maybe not, though. Yeah. Day 13, I feel like we've, yeah, about to say, we should probably run the Ice Arena again. The Ice Arena, as, Okada and Kenta's gotta be the main. It's gotta be. Got to be, as Okada's gonna be Kenta. That's a huge win for Kazuchika Okada. Getting that win back over Kenta. Kenta, of course, beat him. And, that was a huge win for Kenta as well, when he beat him. But, co-main event, that's a tough one. It's either Go and Ishikawa or Claudio and Shibata. I think we're going to go with Go and Ishikawa, though, as Go's going to beat him. 23 minutes. Then Claudio, Shibata. Shibata's going to beat Claudio. I want to say Claudio beat him last year. Yes, he did. So just a tough break from Claudio there. As Shingo and Kobayashi will be next. Shingo's going to beat him, though. That's a great win for Shingo Takagi. Then Chris Hero and Takashi Sugiura. Hero's going to beat Sugiura. And then Morishima and Muhammad Yan. Morishima's going to beat Muhammad Yan. So we Shinichi Nakayama. Got to change him. So we'll see if that worked. Yep. So undercard matchup. As far as our kicking off the show, we'll go with Koji Wamato. As he'll be losing to Tai Chi. Actually, let's just do Tai Chi and Kakanuma against Koji Wamato and Yo-Yo Nomura. We could give Kakanuma the win, too. That's how generous we are. And then we have, as far as a steal the show match, let's see here. As far as, kind of want to see Takashida, what he could do. I mean, Takashida's pop is actually getting pretty good. That's That's awesome. As, we'll see what he can do. Steal the show setting. Him and Ishimori. Have a great guy in there, you know, to lead him. That could be a pretty good match. Alright. Good to go. And Suzuki-gun beating Kojima Mano Nomura as Kakanuma getting the win in 10:27. 73 for Taiji Shimura and Konosuke Takashida. Taiji Shimura with the Hemocilio in 13:48. Yeah, very good. Well, match there. So 81 for Morishima Muhammad Yan. It's Morishima with the Maze Impact in 21:52. 86 for Chris Hero and Takashi Sujora. You're very welcome, Takashi Sujora, for this matchup. It's Chris Hero getting the one with the Hangman's Clutch. 81 for Shingo and Yuji Kobayashi, as Shingo with the Last Falconry in 22:53. I'm very bummed out that this match did not get into the 85-plus range, but we'll take the 81. Just lack of... Oh my god, a 98, though, for Claudio and Shibata. I mean, Claudio just keeps on having these phenomenal matches. It's just so strange to me. I'm not strange in that he's not deserving or anything. Just, he's not even, like, in the ring performances or in the 90s. Like, he's just having these tremendous matches. As Shibata beats him here in 26 minutes with the Octopus Hold in 26:05. Now, 94 for Go and Shuji Shikawa. As Go with the Limit Break, getting the win over Shuji Shikawa. That's a great win for Go Shizaki. Now, our main event, it's a 92. It's Kazuchika Okada with the Rainmaker over Kenta in 28:36. Not lack of selling, but who cares, because that final 3 stretches of matches was awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's a very good show. Just the opener, you know, it wasn't going to be in the 60s, so that's fine. Who fucking cares? That was awesome. That was, again, Claudio. Shout out for being in some great matches. And, yeah, get some love to Kenta. You know, he's been having a great tournament. And same thing with Morishima. You know, these guys have been there day one, killing it, and still putting on great performances. And so, yeah, now, you know, just these, for shows 19 and 20, then we'll be looking at the standings again for the, almost the final time. We'll see how everything's kind of playing out. I know Block A had a lot of big upsets there. And that should be a lot of fun to see how both blocks are going to finish out. And I think this tournament's been, you know, it's been really, I mean, the definition of a success. Yeah, we're already at 22 million. Again, my God. But, yeah, on to day 19 is what? I mean, how many we had this, thanks to Naito and Daisuke, Daisuke getting hurt in the main. Everything else has been at least, you know, I mean, we had some crazy matches throughout. I mean, this tour is always fun, but this has just been a whole nother level. I can only imagine what it's going to be like. I mean, just unreal. On to day 19. Alrighty, so, for day 19 here, what a final stretcher I think we're going to have here. I just got a good feeling about it, but Hiroki Goto was brought for arrest court, accused of being absorbed by his phone. He should have been paying attention to a locker room meeting, as the judge, Kazushi Sakuraba, found him guilty and sentenced by crate of beer for the locker room. So, obviously, as we'll probably be running Budokan, to be honest. I don't know, we should probably save that, actually. We should save Kanto as because we're almost there at the final stretch of this. Yeah, we'll go Rainbow Hall instead. Yeah. I think that's probably for the best there. So, Devitt and Ishii's a good match. Ibushi and Yuji Hino's a good match. Nakajima. What would have been Nakajima and Marufuji. Would have been a lot of fun to do, but obviously that can't happen now. And, you know, Goto's done with the tournament. So he must have had Suzuki and then Daisuke. So he's done. You know, he's going to finish with 13 since he lost to Naito. So he gets to relax a little bit. Kensuke gets his forfeit win over Daisuke. We'll go ahead and change this. So this was supposed to be a draw, but that's not going to be a draw anymore. It's going to be a win for Marufuji. It was going to be a double KO finish, which would have been cool, but I think this is a little, it's a better idea, you know, having Marufuji beat him. That's tough, you know, what should be the main here. Because it's not Naito and Manabu Soya, I know that much. Lij guy, that just, I don't think that's it. I think Devitt and Ishii. I think that really should be it, and Devitt's gonna beat him. That's a huge win for Devitt. Which that will be 12 points. And Ibushi over Yuji Hino, which Ibushi's gonna get 10 there. And then Naito and Manabu Soya, which Naito's gonna get the win there over his Lij brethren. And then Marufuji and Kento Miyahara, which Marufuji's gonna get the win there in 24 minutes, obviously. So, obviously back to, with our 4 matches, we gotta think a little on our feet. Let's see here. I'm trying to think what we could do, because Keno, I think, could maybe have a match. Let's see. Tell you what, actually, we can do a tag. Let's go Kinsuke and Keno against Goto. And, yeah, we'll go Keno, Kinsuke, Goto, and Keisuke Ishii. I really like this match. Oh, that was almost Kenny Omega. Keisuke Ishii. This would be the Steal of the Show match. So we're going to have Kinsuke get the win over Keisuke Ishii. And then the opener. Nozawa, and he's gonna beat Tetsuya and It's the most random opener. Let's go with a tag, actually. Let's go Perros de Mal against Takashida and Endo. Might as well. Oh yeah, I haven't done this since the Global Tag League. Yeah, we're good to go. Alright. Day 19 is a 68 for the opener. It's Nozawa beating Tetsuya Endo with a Nozawa driver in 9:53. It's Nozawa with a 76, 65 for Super Crazy, 50 for Takashida, and then 39 for Tetsuya Endo. 76 for Kinsuke and Keno against Goto and Keisuke Ishii. Good stuff. Just, yeah, Keisuke Ishii just was not on the same level as everybody else in that match. An 87, though, for Kento Miyahara and Naomichi Marufuji. It's Marufuji, the Shiran Yu in 24-17. An 82 for Naito Manabu Soya. It's so funny how his matches, for some reason, because now he's, like, doing, like, low 90s. Like, he should be killing it, but every time. It's a 95 for Kodabushi and Yuji Hino as Kodabushi with a Golden Star Press. He's been unreal. Star-making performance from that man. And then a 90 main event as Tomoe Ishii losing to King Devitt, though, with the Bloody Sunday in 26:07. What a huge win for Devitt. And a very good show again from Block A. They've really been coming together with, Minoru Suzuki not being booked anymore. But we'll be giving some love to Devitt, to Bushi, and also Marufuji again, because he's been just unreal. Good stuff. All right. Well, it's crazy to think we only have 3 more tour shows left, as just days 20, 21, and 22, as on to day 20. All right. As we'll We'll actually show it after this show. Actually, I was thinking that we should show it here as far as for Block A, but we'll just wait until for both days as are caught up officially going into the 21st day. As we get Nippon Budokan as we definitely probably won't be running there again. But backstage instance, Kushida again was in just great form. So he always is, keeping everyone in a great mood with his hilarious road stories, create a relaxed, happy atmosphere. Then Sakuraba passing on psychology tips to Takashida into Tetsuya Endo. So we'll be as far as let's see what so probably the boat race place is probably what we'll be running this show. So we got Hiro and Claudio, Kings of Wrestling, facing each other. I think that's the main event, and Claudio is going to beat Chris Hero. Huge win there, beating his partner, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Then it's tough because like Morishima Go or Shuji Shikawa and Shingo, like those are both great matches that I would love to see. I think we're going to go with the GHC World Openweight Championship matchup, or as far as a future GHC World Openweight Championship matchup potentially, as we got a former champ, Shuji Shikawa. He's going to beat Shingo. That's a great win. Shingo a bit upset by that. Then Morishima and Go. So Morishima's going to beat Go Shiozaki. And we'll do Shibata and Yuji Kobayashi, which should be a really good match. As Yuji Kobayashi with a huge win over Shibata. They've had one singles match in the past. That was 2 years ago during the Global League. Other than that, they've not had a singles match. I could see this one being upset. So I'll keep Shibata strong for his sake. Yeah, then Okada and Sugiura, as Okada's going to beat Sugiura. And then Kenta over Muhammad Yan. Kenta's going to get the win in that one. But yeah, I mean, this could be better than, like, all these matches, honestly. That Shibata-Yuji Kobayashi match, that's going to be intriguing to see. Let's see here. As I think we're going to go with Sakuraba and Kushida. And then Sonata. Because I thought we did a 6-man of this, but and not the tag version. But I just want to double check. Yeah. We did the 6-man of this, but not the... So, we're going to have Sakuraba beat Sonata. We'll see if we'll be able to steal the show in 20 minutes with that. We're going to try it. We're going to give it a shot and see what we can do. And then for the opener, I think it's going to be the Takashida singles. And I don't know if we should do Nakajima to see kind of how bad he's going to be. I think that's what we're going to do, actually. Even though he's got his chronic shoulder pain, we've been letting him sit it out, but, as far as the tournament's almost over, it's nice to just kind of see what he can do. As it looks like something's up. So we'll change the agents around. Still Taue is too much. Hayabusa. There we go. Alright. Day 20. Let's run the show. So 54 is he had Nakajima 66, taking a big toll. Wow, his importance levels higher than I assumed. It's Nakajima with the British German suplex at 951. It's 82 for Kushida in Kazushi Sakuraba against Saya Sanada and Daisuke Harada's a little Laughter 7 LIJ matchup as Sakuraba tapping out Sanada with cross armbar. Kushida again, best guy in this match. Love that. Kushida's been incredible. It's Kenta with the Busaigo knee over Muhammad Yan in 25:05. 81 for Okada and Takashida Sugiura, as they have great chemistry. So Okada gets the one with the British German suplex. Doesn't even need the Rainmaker. 78 for Shibata and Yuji Kobayashi. As Yuji Kobayashi with a brainbuster over Katsura Shibata in 27:03. 89 for Takeshi Morishima and Go Shiizaki's Morishima, getting the one with the Amazing Impact in 26:20. And then 88 for Shuji Shikawa and Shingo Takagi is the Splash Mountain for Shuji Shikawa in 28:37. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, again, Claudio and his incredible ratings as he beats Chris Hero this time, though he does, in fact, in 91 and 93. What a match. This is the Kings of Wrestling series, what this is. Unreal. 97. I don't think we'll ever have a show better than that. I mean, that's going to be very hard to beat. I mean, we got to give love to those guys. They've been incredible. Absolutely incredible. And we'll give love to Morishima as well. 20 days in the book. Unreal. As now we'll take a look at the standings going into the final nights for each block. And yeah, this is going to be huge. I know Block A has got a hell of a race, and we'll see what Block B is looking like. As far as I haven't updated it since the last time we looked at it, so as far as it was Shibata and Okada were the guys to watch out for. Maybe some other guys have hopped in. We'll see. All right, after 20 nights of action, this is the standings going into the final two nights. As of course, Daisuke and Hiroki Goto finished up with the tournament 8 and 13. Kendo Miyahara with 8 points. He's got one more match left, and that's against Kodabushi. Kensuke Sasaki with 14 in his final matches against King Devitt, and Devitt with 12. Of course, we just talked about his final match, and Kodabushi with 10. He's got, of course, Kento Miyahara left. It's Manabu Soya with 2. And if he beats, as far as that's all fucked up, because obviously Minoru Suzuki, it's supposed to be, as far as because it's all fucked up that because Manabu Soya, he's only beaten Marufuji, but for some reason it says he's beaten. It's a whole goddamn thing. But yeah, it's a whole thing with him. He's got the forfeit with Suzuki tonight, so he should be done with 2. It should be an X instead of where the circle is for over Kodabushi, and Suzuki. It's supposed to have the the circle for the 2 points there, so he should have 4 points to end out the tournament. I know that's a very convoluted way of going about it, but it's all fucked up. I just now saw that. But Minoru Suzuki is finishing with 2. Naomichi Marufuji with 14, and he's got Tetsuya Naito left, which Tetsuya Naito, of course, with 14 as well, the GHC Heavyweight Champion. So, as you see there, because Tomohiro Ishii and Yuji are facing each other, this is going to be quite interesting, because let's say Kensuke draws with Devitt, and then for some reason, Marufuji and Naito draw. If Ishii beats Yuji, we will have a 4-way tie for first, which that would be nuts. Obviously, the deciding factor is between Ishii, Yuji, Naito, Marufuji, and Kensuke and King Devitt. That's a hell of a final stretch, there, and we'll find out what happens tonight, as far as it's day 21, so we'll be seeing how that plays out. And then for Block B, 8 points for Claudio. He just got Takashi Sugiura left. Chris Hero with 13. He's got Yuji Kobayashi left. Go Shirazaki looking for that double-digit points, looking for that 10th point going up against Kenta. Shibata with 15. He's got Shuji Ishikawa as his final match. Okada with 17. He's got Muhammad Yan. Kenta with 12. He's got Go Shirazaki, of course. Muhammad Yan, of course, with 4. He's got Okada. 8 for Shingo. The GHC Emerald Openweight Champion's got Morishima left. Of course, Ishikawa with 10. He's got Shibata left. Sugiura with 4, and he's got Claudio left. Morishima with 11. He has Shingo left, and then Yuji Kobayashi with he's taking on Chris Hero with 10. So Block B, it comes down to a 2-man race in Shibata and Okada. It's not as close knit as Block A is, but hell of a talent pool. Block B was. You had some crazy ass matches. Claudio was responsible for 2 99s. Weirdly enough, just from this tournament. But we'll see how that plays out tomorrow night for because I believe they're back-to-back nights for days 21 and 22. We do have a backstage. That's Taguchi. It's Brighton in the mood backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings of his colleagues. It's the Wrestle Universe again. Yeah, as you can see, we're doing fairly well, even though we put in 40, again, the $46 million in media. We've almost made that money back just in this month which is insane. We still have 3 more shows left to broadcast on Russell Universe. But yeah, obviously with it coming down to Marufuji and Naito, Devitt and Kinsuke, and Tomarishi and Yuji Hino, those are going to be our top 3 matches. And obviously Daisuke and Goto is not happening, and Suzuki and Manabu Soya is not happening because of injuries. So basically we'll be running, our normal kind of 6 show again. But Marufuji will in fact beat Tetsuya Naito, so he avenges his losses to Naito. As far as that's his first win against Naito since 2012. It's a long time coming, but he finally beats him, and a big win nonetheless, because that's potentially, depending on what happens here with Kinsuke and King Devitt. Now, even if Kinsuke wins, which he is going to beat King Devitt, Naomichi Marufuji has the, as far as the tiebreaker win over Kinsuke. So Marufuji, as far as if it comes down to what's going to happen with Tomarishi and Yuji Hino, which Yuji Hino is going to beat him, so we will have Naomichi Marufuji going into the finals as the Block A representative, and he will be winning Block A thanks to the tiebreaker. What a performance, though, from Marufuji. He's been incredible, and he was really like him and Kenta and Morishima. They are definitely, the Noah pure, as far as the guys who have been here from the beginning and have been killing it this whole time. But then, as far as the Kenta Miyahara Kodabushi match, which this was going to be a Nakajima win over Kodabushi, which would have been crazy, but Kodabushi is going to get the win over Kenta Miyahara. And so now for our Steal the Show match and our undercard match. So, Steal the Show, I think we're going to go with I was thinking Sombra, but I don't know now. I'm kind of getting cold feet about it. We might go with an Aoki Takashida match as the Steal the Show match. As far as, we haven't done this since the Navigation to the Future tour. Nice. Then the actual undercard matchup, which would be another singles matchup. Gonna have Nomura against Naoki Tanasaki. Yeah, let's say that's a fresh match, but Tanasaki will be getting the win. See if we'll need to, as far as right at 135, we're good to go. We just gotta pick the venue, which will not be in Kanto. Looks like it's, we're gonna go back to the Sendai Gym, Sendai City Gymnasium. Let's run it. 58 for Naoki Tanasaki and Naoya Nomura. It's Naoki Tanasaki with the Casanova, 10-18. 53 for Itsushi Aoki and Konosuke Takashida as Takashida breaks his nose. As Aoki with the assault point. He looked excellent out there. Interesting, even though there's a broken nose thanks to Aoki. Way to go. You scumbag. With an 85 for Kodabushi and Kenta Miyahara. It's Kodabushi with a Golden Star Press. What a fucking global league he had, though. Incredible. An 81 for Yuji Hino and Tomohiro Ishii, which, again, another guy who had an incredible global league. Yuji Hino, what a huge win over Tomohiro Ishii as he gets the one with the fucking bomb in 25-31. 93 for Kinsuke and King Devitt as Kinsuke with the King Buster over King Devitt. That's very fitting. He's busting the King in 23-48. Oh! Naito separated his shoulder in the main event. That's what we get for having that be the main. Unreal. A separated shoulder. Oof. And we're gonna lose Pop because of it. We just can't have nice things, is what it is. Man, pour one out for Tetsuya Naito. Right at the end of the block shows. That's tough. That is big tough, but we're going to give some love to Kodabushi. And we're going to give some love to Kensuke. Man, that's tough. And what sucks is he was going to be on the final show. He's going to have a 6-man of him, Manabu Soya, and Sanada. They're going to take on Go and Muhammad Yan. And another person from Brave, probably Jun Akiyama. But now we'll have to change that, unfortunately. Looks like Untitled Dojo is probably going to end, but damn, that is unfortunate. So now we got, as far as, first of all, we got to see if Naito, at least Naito, even, I thought it was going to be a lot worse than 14 days, so hopefully at least he'll be ready to go for the first navigation. But, yeah, it looks like he's probably not going to be there for the final show, but that's fine. That is fine. As, going on to day 22, we did it. Final block show. Kensuke passes on microphone work to Kento Miyahara. It's Kenta and Go. Obviously, we want to have, really having Shibata, Ishikawa, and Hiro and Kobayashi be the main and co-mains. Probably the main be Shibata and Ishikawa, and then the co-main for Hiro, or for Okada. Well, it is Okada, Mom, and Yan. So, there is that, but, man, looks like we're going here. So we could either go, I guess it's, yeah, we'll just go 1050. But yeah, Shibata and Ishikawa can be the main. Oh, they don't have any good chemistry, never mind. And it's going to be Steal the Show with Shibata getting the win. Muhammad Yan and Okada, I guess we'll go ahead and throw that on. It's Okada will be getting the win. And, so, with that, as far as, very, very interesting, because, again, with those two, Okada needed a loss, but because Okada's going to get the win, that will give Okada the win for Block B. So Okada versus Marufuji will be our finals. That's going to be a hell of a match. As Hiro and Yuji Kobayashi, Hiro's going to get the win. Kenta and Go Shiozaki. Go's going to beat Kenta. I think that might be our main, to be honest. So we'll put that there, and then we'll have Shingo and Morishima. Morishima's going to beat Shingo. We'll probably put that pretty high. Yeah, about there. And then Sugiura and Claudio, which Sugiura is going to beat Claudio Castagnoli. That's going to lead to a Kenta Sugiura Kings of Wrestling match on the final show here. Let's see. Yeah, Kaisuke Ishii and Minoru Tanaka. Sure. We haven't used Minoru Tanaka in a hot minute. This could be the Steal the Show match. It's Kaisuke Ishii getting to get the win. Then the undercard, as far as the opener, they're going to have to KO Mori and Walter. They don't have any chemistry. Great. Yeah, we'll just do Takayama and Walter. Fuck it. And we're going to have Walter beat Takayama. Poor Takayama. Pour one out for him. Doesn't even complain about it. He knows it's over. He knows it. But, yeah, now we're good to go. As a 59 here, as Walter with the gotcha bomb over Yoshihiro Takayama, 947. 69 for Kaisuke Ishii and Minoru Tanaka. As Kaisuke Ishii with the heel kick in 1037, even though Minoru Tanaka definitely should have won. He outperformed him. It's an 80 for Ishikawa and Katsura Shibata. Shibata with a octopus hold in 1246. Still gets an 80, though, despite them not having good chemistry. Is Okada and Muhammad Yan. Okada with the red ink. getting the win, and he is signed on the dotted line with that red ink to face Marufuji now. In the finals, as Shingo Takagi, Takeshi Morishima. Morishima beats the GHC Emerald Openweight champion with the amazing impact in 28-29. It's Claudio Castagnoli losing to Takashi Sugiura in shocking fashion. The modified Olympic slam. Claudio's not going to finish with over 10 points. Not even 10 points. That's crazy. As Yuji Kobayashi outperforms Chris Hero, but still loses. Which, shout out Yuji Kobayashi, but coming up short there to Chris. And that's a good match, though. 92 will gladly take that as Hero gets thrown with the death blow. In our main event, A93, Kenta losing to Go Shizaki as Go with the limit break in 28-27. Even though they don't even sell. Because who fucking needs selling? As a 19 for our popularity, it's crazy that 92 only increases our pop in 19 regions. What a night, though, for Block B. We really needed to bounce back after that horrendous Block A main event. But we're gonna give some love to some of the guys here. Yeah, Okada again. Been incredible. Alrighty. As, let's, we could show what the standings looked like after the nights of action. As well, we're loading here. So, Block A. The standings looked like this is 8 points for Daisuke and 13 for Goto, obviously. So that didn't change. Miyahara with 8 after the loss. Kensuke with 16. Devitt and Kodabushi with 12 points. Manabu Soya with 2. Should have been 4, rather, as, again, I forgot to edit that right side, but at least I fixed to where he gets the green there, and even then, it's the wrong person, but that's, no, that's right, no, it's right there, it's just the wrong number, as far as that should be 4, but Minoru Suzuki beating, for his only win over Marufuji, then he gets hurt after 4 nights of action. Marufuji with 16, of course, had the tiebreaker win over Kensuke. And Naito with 14 after losing to Marufuji. 13 for Ishii, who, if he would have won, he still would have finished 3rd. So, it still would have been a huge win for Yuji with 14 points. That's a great tournament for him. I mean, he did more than Takeshi Morishima as far as, in Morishima, as far as, finished with 13. So it's a great showing for both Muscle Bombers. Claudio with 8. Hero with 15. Just 2 points shy of Shibata, and then, of course, 4 points shy of Okada. Go Shizaki finishes with 10. Shibata with 17. Okada with 19. Kenta with 12. Muhammad Yan with 4. Shingo Takagi with 8. GHC Emerald Openweight champion finishing with 8. Tough break. Shuji Ishikawa with 10. Sugiura with 4. 13 for Morishima. And then 10 for Yuji Kobayashi. So the final card. Now we're going to change that 6-man. But because we're going to have Marufuji and Okada face off, I thought it'd be fun to have Goto team with some of the Brave guys. And to take on Naito and LIJ. But now it's going to get changed to something else. But we're going to have 4 title matches on this card, though. Gonna have a GHC Tag Team title matchup with Strong Big Japan taking on Laughter 7. Tomoe Ishii's gonna get his, as I forgot to add the I in Takagi, as Shingo has. That's just all fucked, as we'll just put it as Shingo. As Tomoe Ishii versus Shingo Takagi. He gets his title match early. He jumps in front of the line because he beat him before the tournament started. And then, I forgot to add this to the Golden Lovers as the GHC Junior Tag Team title matchup as the Junior Kings and King Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr. against the Golden Lovers. Then Junior Heavyweight title matchup, Kushida versus Daisuke Arata. Of course, Kushida, knowing that match ahead of time, just waiting it out until we got to our the end of our tour here, and he finally gets it, and see if he's going to become the Junior Heavyweight Champion to end out the year. Then we have Kyle O'Reilly and Taiji Shimori in a number 1 contendership matchup. The winner of this match will take on the winner of the following matchup at the First Navigation for the GHC Junior Heavyweight title. Then that 6-man, that's going to get changed to something, so we won't even go through that. But then Kenta, Nakashi Sugiura of Suzuki-gun are going to take on the Kings of Wrestling. I'm excited to see how that plays out. As that's a good, I mean, the Kings of Wrestling, they open up the show. Good luck to everyone else trying to follow them. But that is the card. We will have to wait at least for another night, and then we'll be ready to go for this Great Voyage in Tokyo Volume 4, our final show of the year. Alrighty, as they still got us in Budokan, so we must still be, I mean, at least it's going to be a sellout, but that's fine. I'm cool with it. I love Budokan, so that's fine. That is fine by me. So it's still going to be a six-man, that match. It's just going to be Diamond Ring versus the Muscle Bombers. It's going to be Kensuke, Kento, Miyahara, and Keno against, obviously, all the Muscle Bombers. But this is going to be a hell of a show, though. Marufuji and Okada, who's taking on Naito at the first navigation. It will be Kazuchika Okada's Naomichi Marufuji. Comes up short. So it's kind of a funny little pattern that has kind of developed with the Global League. So the loser of the match is the previous winner. We see Hiro beating Kenta, but then Hiro lost to Marufuji. And now we're going to see Marufuji make the finals but lose to Okada. So it might be a safe bet to say that Kazuchika Okada might make it into the 2015 Global League Finals. Just by the way, a pattern has developed. But no, Okada and Marufuji, this match should be awesome there. Then Strong Big Japan are going to beat Laughter 7. They've had a fun run, Laughter 7, even though they've only had the belts for 78 days and had one defense. I just, getting the belts back on Strong Big Japan, I think it's the right choice. I think they've been an incredible team, and I think having them get the belts back again, now that Shibata and Sakuraba, they've been champs. Sakuraba is obviously a bit of a weak link, in this tag division, which is just crazy to think, because he's not even that bad. It's just compared to everybody else in the tag division, they are not that great of a team. But that's going to be awesome, though. Strong Big Japan, that's their second reign as GHC Tag Team Champions. Then we'll be doing the Junior Kings versus Golden Lovers, which this match is going to be fucking out of this world. This match is going to be so awesome. Actually, we should probably do Ishii and Shingo next, actually, to kind of split it up. So Ishii against Shingo, and Ishii's going to get the win. So that's going to be two new champions. And as Ishii's going to beat Shingo here, that should be a very good match, hopefully, if all goes well. Then the Junior Kings versus the Golden Lovers, which the Golden Lovers will retain, as Kodabushi is going to beat Zack Sabre Jr. So we're going to have two new champions, and then one defense. We'll see what happens with Kushida and Daisuke Harada. Will it be 2 for 2? It will be 2 for 2. So Daisuke Harada, he's not going to be able to do all that well in this match, but we need a steal the show match, and that's kind of like our best bet. Then Kyle O'Reilly versus Taiji Ishimori. Kyle O'Reilly's going to beat Ishimori. They have had, of course, that was a GHC Junior Heavyweight title matchup in 2012. Kyle had lost to Ishimori twice in 2012, or in 2011, then 2012. Then he beat him during the Global League, the Global Junior League last year, the finals of it. And then he beat him again here at the Global Junior League during the block in October. So they were 2-2 as far as singles matches going into this night, and Kyle gets the win there, and he'll be taking on Daisuke Harada to kick off the year. In the Diamond Ring 6-man, as Yuji Ino's going to be beating Kento Miyahara. Then Kenta and Takashi Sugiura will be losing to Claudio, and Chris Hero's Claudio's going to get that win back over Takashi Sugiura. So a reason why also Strong Big Japan are getting this title match, Yuji Kobayashi beating Shibata at the previous night. It just makes sense, from that perspective. But we just got to change Kensuke, which he's got this match, and then I think Shinichi we go with. Okay, go there. So that's good. So our as far as what we can do for the pre-show, I think Manabu Soya Saya Sanada appearance would be nice to see. Yeah, maybe like against Go and Muhammad Yan. What a match. As well, Muhammad Yan get his win back over Manabu Soya. And then we will have, as far as, let's see, we'll go with Taguchi. Go with Taguchi and I was going to say Pac, but yeah, let's do Taguchi and Pac. Why not? Why not? 14 minutes, Pac getting the win. Alrighty. So that is the card. Let's run it. 76. Wow, that's Pac beating Taguchi with a 630. Sold out Budokan. 76 again for the next pre-show matchup is Go Shiozaki with a 90. As Muhammad Yan pinning Manabu Soya, Kiriki Buster. As yeah, they just, Go Shiozaki's incredible though in that matchup. But at 80 to kick off the show is Claudio with the King's Reign Supreme over nearly everyone with Takashi Sugiura in 21:45. Yeah, he did really well, but Kenta there, but Takashi Sugiura is here with a 94, Claudio with a 90, and Kenta with an 89. Good stuff. 83. I'm shocked that this did better rather than the opener. As Yuji Ino with the Bridging German suplex over Kento Miyahara. Yeah, I mean, Morishima, Kensuke, and Yuji Ino all in the 90s. That's insane. Keno was the fourth best guy in this match. That I did not see coming. 79, though, for Kyle O'Reilly and Taiji Shimori as Kyle with the ankle lock in 20:01. 1 point better is Taiji Shimori, though, even though, because Kyle was off his game, but that could have been even better had they been on it. But an 80 here for Kushida and Daisuke Harada. Daisuke Harada's getting tired there towards the end, but Daisuke Harada makes his first junior heavyweight title defense as he beats Kushida with the Harada pistol in 1947. Great win. There's a 90 for the Golden Lovers, Junior Kings of Wrestling matchup. It's Kodabushi pinning Zack Sabre Jr. after the Golden Shower. 94 from Kodabushi. 88 for King Devitt. 83 for Kenny Omega, and 81 for Zack Sabre Jr. Two tremendous junior foreign teams. As a 83, I knew I should have won with that fucking junior heavyweight tag team title matchup, but Tomohiro Ishii is the new GHCMO World Heavyweight Champion as he beats Shingo Takagi with the lariat in 32-25 rather. What a match. New champion in Tomohiro Ishii as an 88 as, oh man, Yuji Kobayashi with a badly herniated spinal disc in this matchup. That's tough, but an 88, so there is room to be better as far as for our main event, but that is unfortunate for the Yuji Kobayashi, Daisuke Sakamoto team of Strong Big Japan. Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. But Daisuke Sakamoto pinning Kazushi Sakuraba with the British German suplex, and they are now a two-time GHC Tag Team Champions. Our main event, a 95, Kazuchika Okada with the Rainmaker in 33 minutes. As Okada is the Noah Global League winner, and he has a date with Destiny, baby. He's got a date with Tetsuya Naito for the first navigation of the year. What a show to end it out on, a 94. God bless everyone who made it this far in the video, and God bless everyone on this Pro Wrestling Noah roster, because the roster is just the definition of not only hard work, but great signings as well, and kind of getting guys to this level, putting a lot of trust in a lot of guys, but also just great signings, You could see, like, the Money and Mayhem, as far as bringing in Okada and Ishii, they've now are definitely established big-time player. Strong Big Japan having another tag team title win, and even Shibata and Sakuraba, we took, Shibata from New Japan, and obviously, we didn't take him from New Japan, and I completely forgot that he hadn't returned yet, so we actually signed him out, despite New Japan, and then the Golden Lovers, of course, we getting, both them from New Japan, it's just, a lot of it has been just great signings, but also I think talent that we've used for sure has been, the core talent of Morishima, Kenta, Marufuji, you're seeing it, as far as Ishimori as well. Guys that have been here since the beginning. But a lot of great stuff. Oh, King Devitt, Prince Devitt from New Japan as well. It's Daisuke and Yuji Kobayashi. Unfortunate for the Junior Kings team and the Golden Lovers team. Maybe Kenny Omega instead of Daisuke Sakamoto. Yeah, like that a little bit more. But that will do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Sorry for the delay again. I wanted to. I thought we were gonna have enough time to upload this on Thursday, but I think the rendering's gonna take a while. I'm gonna just take a safe bet and say that the rendering's gonna. It either gonna be uploaded at like a 10 p.m. or it's going to be uploaded on Friday, but I think we should probably opt for the Friday upload, as we'll catch you guys next time for the first navigation. Can't wait to see how it all plays out. We'll also go through the awards and whatnot on that episode as well, so we'll see you guys there. Take care, everyone.